All right. Good morning, everyone. Let's go ahead and start our amendment class. Sir, this amendment class is applicable. First of all, when you go ahead and watch this amendment class, for everyone I am telling, have you downloaded the amendment notes? Students, have you downloaded the amendment notes? If you have not downloaded the amendment notes, you can go to rameshsoni.com. In rameshsoni.com, you will find free resources tab. Free resources ka tab will be there. In free resources tab, when you click over there, you will be redirected. You have to go to CA final November 23/May 24 folder. In that, you will find amendment material. In the amendment material, you will find the statutory updates applicable for your November 23 exam. Now you can download this. Along with that, the amended chart also I have gone ahead and provided. Sir, if I am a CA Inter student, because these amendments are for CA final also and CA Inter also. CA final students will stay with me approximately for the 2.5 or 3 hours class which is there. CA Inter student will stay with me only for 1.5 hour till the amendments for them gets over. Basically, for them the amendments till the chapter of returns are applicable. After that amendments, we will be continuing with the CA final students. So CA Inter students, Baba, same, you have to go to rameshsoni.com, free resources. In free resources, when you click, you will be redirected. You have to go to CA Inter November 23 folder. There you will find the statutory update material also, and you will find the amended charts also. Let's go ahead and start our class. So CA final students also and CA Inter students also, this amendment is common for all the students who are there. Please come to your amendment booklet. Everyone, please come to your amendment booklet. Let's go ahead and start our amendments. Now, sir, are the amendments too many? Baba, amendments are very less. We are going to quickly cover it. It's very less. The amendments are very less this time. So don't worry at all. We will be quickly going ahead and covering all of them. Please come to your amendment booklet. Quick, everyone. Quickly come. Is everyone ready? I want a heads up from everyone. Yes, sir, we are all ready. I want that Josh in everyone that yes, sir, we are all ready. Let's go ahead. Chalo, quickly comment and tell me, yes, sir, we are all ready. Let's go. Ready? Yes, let's do it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's do it. Okay. Chalo, let's go ahead. Go. Now, okay. Now, the first amendment which is there in the chapter of charge of GST. People listen to me very carefully. The first pages which you will see, the first few pages which you will see, those are basically the crux of all the amendments. Amendment has been written and the crux has been written. Which chapter the amendment is there? What is the amendment? And the crux has been written. It will help you one day before the exam so that you can quickly go ahead and revise the amendments. Okay? Now I am moving to the first amendment, charge of GST amendment. Please come to the first chart, charge of GST. Sir, provision of RCM. I hope you guys remember. Okay, this one I have gone ahead and changed a little. Just give me a minute, everyone. Just give me a minute. ठीक है. Okay, the first amendment. Listen to me very carefully. I hope you guys recall that, sir, in the chapter of charge of GST, section number 9.3 was there, which used to go ahead and talk about reverse charge mechanism. Now, reverse charge mechanism was there in respect of government services. Whenever government used to give services, so services supplied by the central government, state government, union territory, local authority to a business entity other than post, airport or port related service, immovable property related service, and transportation of goods or passenger related service. Whenever government used to go ahead and give services to a business entity other than these four services, the business entity which was located in the taxable territory had to go ahead and pay the GST under RCM. Which business entity whose last year turnover was more than registration limit? I hope you guys recall. Yes, sir. Now, these business entities has to go ahead and pay the GST under RCM. If government used to go ahead and do renting of immovable property to any registered person had to pay the GST under RCM. I hope you guys recall that, sir, whenever central government, state government, local authority or union territory government gives services other than post, airport, immovable property and transportation related services to a business entity whose last year turnover is more than registration limit, business entity had to pay GST under RCM. And sir, whenever central government, state government, local authority or union territory government does renting of immovable property to a registered business entity, the registered business entity had to pay the GST under RCM. I hope you guys recall this point. Yes, sir, these two reverse charge mechanism we recall. This was entry number 5 and this was entry number 5A, which you had gone ahead and told. Okay. Now, listen to me very carefully. This amendment, this reverse charge ka entry has now been extended to court or tribunal also. So, instead of government, what you can write over here is, if court or tribunal, here also you can write court or tribunal. That's all. They have gone ahead and added this word in the explanation to the amendment notification. They have told there is an explanation which is there in the amendment notification which is there, which goes ahead and says provision of this notification as far as they apply to the central government, state government, means whatever amendment entries are applicable to the government, whatever reverse charge entries are applicable to the government, shall also apply to parliament and state legislature. This was already there. Now they have gone ahead and told they shall apply to court or tribunal also. So sir, if court or tribunal is providing justice wala services, Baba, justice wala services are neither supply of goods nor supply of service. That you forget it. Court or tribunal established under the law providing justice wala service, you forget it. Other than that, for an example, if court or tribunal is giving renting of immovable property to a registered business entity, court may, supposingly one space is there and they have gone ahead and rented that space to a registered business entity. Reliance went ahead and told we want to put one telecommunication tower. They rented it to Reliance. Now they have to go ahead and pay GST under RCM. So that's all they have gone ahead and told. So in the exam, please be careful. Wherever we have learned government related entry where reverse charge mechanism is applicable, wherever we have learned government related entry where reverse charge mechanism is applicable, even if it is written state legislature or it is written parliament or it is written court or tribunal also, in that scenario also RCM will be applicable. Is this entry 100% clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? Wherever in the reverse charge entry government was providing services and reverse charge was applicable, instead of government, now if state legislature or parliament is written, that also will come under RCM. Even if it is written over there that it is court or tribunal providing the same services to a business entity, then also RCM will come. So if court or tribunal is providing any services to a business entity, in that scenario also business entity has to pay GST under RCM. But remember, they are not talking about justice wala services. There are two examples which they have also gone ahead and given. See, court or tribunal, this provision has been extended to court or tribunal also in respect of taxable services supplied by them, such as renting of premises to telecommunication companies for installation of tower, renting of chambers to lawyer. In this scenario, what will happen? The lawyers or might be the telecommunication companies, they have to go ahead and pay the GST under RCM. Yes, everyone, quickly tell me, is this point clear to all? Done? Can we go ahead? Yes, sir, this point is clear. Let's go ahead. Please come to the next entry which is there. The second entry. The second entry now. The second entry goes ahead and talks about the registration ka chapter. Now, registration ka chapter mein, I hope you guys recall that, sir, there was a chart which was there. I will go ahead and show you through a chart. Please come to the chart. This chart which was there, section number 25. Do you guys recall section number 25? Yes, sir, we recall section number 25. Section number 25 used to go ahead and say, whenever a person becomes liable under section number 22 or 24, sir, section number 25, 1 used to go ahead and say, person is liable, he should apply for registration within 30 days. Now, whenever a person is going ahead and applying for registration within 30 days, there used to come rule number 8 and rule number 9. Rule number 8 may used to file an application. Rule number 9 may verification used to happen. Rule number 8 may there is a small amendment which has come. Sir, what is the amendment in rule number 8? Listen to me very carefully. Rule number 8 used to go ahead and say that every person who becomes liable under section number 25 has to go ahead. Baba, I hope you guys remember that whenever you become liable, you have to go ahead and file GST REG 01. In GST REG 01, you have to declare your PAN number. Yes, sir, we have to declare our PAN number. Then we have to go ahead and declare mobile number, email ID, then state or union territory. Now they have gone ahead and told, you know what people used to do? Supposingly my PAN number, you will take my PAN number, you will mention your mobile number, OTP will come in your mobile number, you will mention your email ID, OTP will come in your email ID, and people used to take registration in some other people ka name. My PAN number, if you know, you will put your mobile number, your email ID, and you used to take registration. Now government went ahead and told, if this kind of people are there, we will also have to find out some kind of solution. So government went ahead and told, sir, whenever you are going ahead and filling GST REG01 ka part A, in that, when you declare your PAN will be validated through the CBDT ka database which is there, Central Board of Direct Tax ka database which is there. Through that, they will go ahead and verify the PAN. But when you had taken your PAN number, people, when you had taken your PAN number, along with your PAN number, you had given mobile number and email address. On that mobile number and email address, they will send OTP and they will verify. So basically they are going ahead and telling, now we will not send OTP to the mobile number and email ID which you give at the time of registration. When you are filling REG01 ka part A, in that, whatever mobile number and email ID you give, will not send OTP to that mobile number and email ID. We will send OTP to that mobile number and email ID which you had gone ahead and given. At the time when you had obtained your PAN number. Sir, when I took my PAN number, it was approximately 10 years before. But then when you were filing your income tax return, you would have updated your PAN number or PAN number ka mobile number and email address. When you are filing your income tax return, updated mobile number or email address pe they will go ahead and send the OTP which is there. Don't worry about it. But PAN ke saath whichever email ID and phone number is linked, on that they will go ahead and send the OTP, and OTP based verification of mobile number and email ID will be done. So that's all they have gone ahead and told. They told now when you are filing your GST REG01, in the part A, you just have to declare your PAN. PAN will go ahead and verify through the CBT database. Plus, we'll also do verification by sending a OTP on the mobile number and email ID which you had given along with your PAN number. Now we will not ask your mobile number and email ID, and then they are telling you just put your state and union territory. So once you have gone ahead and filled your part A, in part A you declared your PAN number validated and also verified through the OTP sent to mobile number and email ID which is linked to the PAN. Okay, sir, done. And then they are telling now you don't have to declare your mobile number and PAN number. Mobile number and email ID you don't have to declare. You just have to declare your state or union territory. Once the verification is done of the part A, temporary reference number, TRN number will be generated. Now you use your TRN number and fill part B of GST REG01. Yes, sir, we remember when we fill part B of GST REG01, this was part B of GST REG01. This was part B of GST REG01. Here we had to do Aadhaar authentication. Yes, sir, we remember here we had to go ahead and do Aadhaar authentication. Are you guys able to see? Yes, sir, we are able to see. Here we had to do Aadhaar authentication. Now when you were going ahead and doing Aadhaar authentication, just a minute everyone. I'll take this so that I can show all of you. So here, when you used to go ahead and do Aadhaar authentication, and if you go ahead and say yes, and you submit your part B of GST REG01, we had gone ahead and learned over here that, sir, we have to fill part B of GST REG01. I have shown you this was the part B of GST REG01. In part B, we had to do Aadhaar authentication. Yes, sir. If I tell a yes that I want to do Aadhaar authentication, then Baba, they used to go ahead. Then applicant has opted for Aadhaar authentication. Yes, sir, I have opted for Aadhaar authentication. Then the date of submission of application used to be the day you do the Aadhaar authentication. Basically, if you say yes over here, they used to go ahead and send an email link on your email ID. That you used to go ahead and say yes, I want to do my Aadhaar authentication. Once you say yes, I want to do my Aadhaar authentication. Now, okay, here whenever you say yes, I want to do Aadhaar authentication, they used to send a link to your email ID. In that link, when you click, they used to go ahead and redirect you. There you have to go ahead and put your Aadhaar number, Aadhaar pe OTP used to come. You used to put the OTP and your Aadhaar used to get verified. Now they are going ahead and telling over here, same thing. Sir, the date of submission of application will be the date of Aadhaar authentication. Basically, when you click on the link and do your Aadhaar authentication, that day will be your date of submission of the form, not the day when you submit part B. Okay? Or 15 days from the date of submission of part B. Once 15 days gets over, if 15 days may you don't do your Aadhaar authentication, once the 15 days gets over, the next day will be deemed as the date of submission of application, and you will be given one acknowledgement and your form will be picked up for verification. Now what they are going ahead and telling is, they have gone ahead and put one proviso over here. See, they have gone ahead and inserted one proviso. Sir, what is the proviso over here? The proviso is now once you have gone ahead and submitted your application, see the proviso says provided that every application made under sub rule 4 other than a person notified under 6D, matlab those people who are not required to do Aadhaar authentication, other than those people, if any person, basically individual, authorized signatory, managing authorized partner and Karta who has gone ahead and submitted their application, they are telling, and who have opted for authentication of Aadhaar number, now they are going ahead and telling portal has been there has been a functionality which has been built in the portal. Now that portal can identify risky kind of people, that if you are a risky kind of people, then they are telling we will call you for biometric based Aadhaar authentication. That's all they have gone ahead and told. If you are identified on the common portal based on data analysis and risk parameter, that shall be followed by biometric based Aadhaar authentication. That is what I've gone ahead and written, that sir, if you have gone ahead and opted for Aadhaar authentication but you are identified by the portal, so simple, generally what will happen, if I go ahead and submit my application, I can submit my application. If I say Aadhaar authentication I want to do, then the date of Aadhaar authentication is the date of submission of application. If I don't opt for Aadhaar authentication, if I don't go ahead and complete my Aadhaar authentication in 15 days, once the 15 days gets over, that will be deemed as the date of submission of application and application will be picked up for verification. But what they are going ahead and telling, even if you have opted for Aadhaar authentication, but there are times when the portal can go ahead and identify you. Nowadays, department is also using artificial intelligence and they are going ahead and telling, if the portal identifies you as a risky kind of a person, then they are telling person has opted for Aadhaar authentication. But if you are identified by the portal based on data analysis and this parameter, then it shall be followed by what, sir? Biometric based Aadhaar authentication. It means they will call you, hey, you come to one of the facilitation center. Basically they will notify one facilitation center where you have to go and they will take your thumb impression, other fingerprints, etc. They are telling biometric based Aadhaar authentication will be done. They will take your photograph and plus verification of the original document will be done which was uploaded with the application, and that will be done at a facilitation center. And you know what, your application will be deemed to be submitted only once you have gone ahead and done this. Means you have visited the facilitation center, you have done the biometric based Aadhaar authentication, plus you have given your photograph, plus original documents have been verified at that facilitation center. Only then they are telling the application shall be deemed to be completed after the completion of this process. It means now, supposingly you have gone ahead and submitted your application online. Now, if the portal does not identify, then it is very simple. If you have opted for Aadhaar authentication, simple. The date of Aadhaar authentication is the date of submission of application. Sir, if I don't do the Aadhaar authentication, then 15 days gets over, then your application will be deemed to be submitted. Okay, sir? Verification will be done and registration will be given. But what they are telling over here, but by chance you submitted the application and the portal identified you as a risky kind of person, they have some parameters which are there. Then you have to go to the facilitation center and get your biometric based Aadhaar authentication. Your photograph will be taken and original document will be verified. Only then they are telling we will deem that your application is submitted. Otherwise, your application is not to be deemed to be submitted. Sir, only after you have done this, they are telling we will deem that your application is submitted and will pick up for verification. But as of now, this process has only been implemented in the state of Gujarat as a pilot project. Means they have not gone ahead and implemented across India. Only in the state of Gujarat they have implemented this to check viability, etc., whether we can implement it across India or not. Done, sir? This point is clear. Now, listen to me very carefully. Sir, I have gone ahead and submitted my application. Application will get forwarded. So now, once you have gone ahead and done your Aadhaar authentication, sir, I was not identified by the portal. No problem. You do your Aadhaar authentication. Yes, sir, I am required Aadhaar authentication. The date of Aadhaar authentication is the date of submission. Sir, if I don't do Aadhaar authentication, then 15 days from the submission of part B. Sir, if I have not opted only, then the day you submit the part B, that is the date of submission of application. Sir, if I am required biometric based Aadhaar authentication, the day you finish your biometric based Aadhaar authentication, that is the date of submission. Now, once your application is submitted, they are telling verification will happen. Officer will start doing the verification. Now, I hope you guys remember that when officer is going ahead and doing the verification, officer will take just 7 days, and if everything is fine, he will go ahead and give you the registration certificate. Do you guys recall? Quickly give me a heads up. Yes, sir, we recall. Okay. Now, they are going ahead and telling over here that, sir, if application is in order, applicant required Aadhaar authentication, opt for Aadhaar authentication was successful also, then within 7 days they approve and grant you the registration. I hope you guys know this already. Yes, sir, we already know this. But what they are telling over here, but supposingly Sir, what are the cases when they will come for physical verification? In this one point has been added. What are the cases that when they will come for physical verification of the place of business? Here one point has been added. Number one, sir, I required Aadhaar authentication but I failed to do. Sir, I am required Aadhaar authentication but I did not opt. ठीक है. Now they are telling we will come for physical verification of your place of business even if the portal has identified you as a risky person. They are telling, sir, if you fail to do Aadhaar authentication, you did not opt for Aadhaar authentication. One more point has been added. If a person has undergone Aadhaar authentication but still if the portal has identified him but is identified by the portal on the basis of data analysis and risk parameter for carrying out physical verification, if portal identifies you as a risky person, then also they will come for physical verification of the place of business. Sir, I have done Aadhaar authentication, proper officer identifies you, proper officer deems it fit to carry out physical verification, then also physical verification of the place of business will be done. And sir, now the time limit is within 30 days from the date of submission of application, the registration will be approved and registration certificate will be granted. Is this point clear to all? So rule number 8 mein one amendment, two amendment. Listen to me carefully. Rule number 8 mein number 1, you don't have to declare any more mobile number and email ID. PAN में whatever mobile number and email ID is linked, on that only they will go ahead and send the OTP. ठीक है sir, done. Secondly, they are going ahead and telling when you go ahead and submit your application, and you have opted for Aadhaar authentication, but still if the portal identifies you, as a person who is risky, then biometric based Aadhaar authentication will be done. Okay? And once the biometric based Aadhaar authentication is done, only then your application will be deemed to be submitted. Rule number 9 mein amendment. What is the rule number 9 mein amendment? What are the cases when physical verification of the place of business will be done? Number 1, you already knew you are required Aadhaar authentication, did not opt. You are required Aadhaar authentication, you failed Aadhaar authentication. Now, one more point has been added. If, sir, the portal has identified you for physical verification, then also they can do physical verification. If proper officer identifies you, this was already there. If the proper officer with the approval of the officer authorized, that is greater than equal to assistant commissioner, if proper officer wants, then also he can carry out the physical verification. And in this scenario, 30 days becomes the time limit for going ahead and granting you the registration. Other than this, the same thing which was written down, sir, that application is deficit, plus you are required Aadhaar authentication, you did not opt, Aadhaar authentication failed, or portal has identified you, or the proper officer has identified you. In this scenario also, GST REC 03 ka time limit which was increased to 30 days, same it is 30 days only. But here they have added this word that if portal has identified you, then also they are going ahead and telling the time limit for giving GST REC 03 will be 30 days only. Is the point 100% clear to all? Quickly tell me, rule number 8 and rule number 9 ka amendment, is it clear to all? Quick. Are we all 100% clear? Can we go ahead? Can we go ahead, everyone? Yes, sir, done. I'm waiting for students to comment and tell me, yes, sir, let's go ahead. Go. Chalo, theek hai. Now, listen to me very carefully. Now, the next amendment which is there, listen. This is rule number 9 ka amendment, nothing. They have added the words over here, the one which I have just now told you. Theek hai, sir. I have given the amendment ka crux also over here for you guys to read. Chalo, please come down. TDS deductor and TCS collector related one amendment is there. This amendment is not applicable for CA inter students. CA inter students who are watching this class can ignore this amendment. Listen to me very carefully. Rule number 12 which is there, used to go ahead and say, sir, what is the amendment in this? Nothing. It's just written over here that, sir, PAN is mandatory for grant of registration, but sir, TDS deductor can take the registration on the basis of TAN also. Okay? And here, along with this, I had gone ahead and taught you rule number 12. So I have written rule number 12 over here. Rule number 12 mein one small amendment has been made. Nothing. Earlier in rule number 12, TDS deductor and TCS collector did not have the power to go ahead and cancel their registration. Now, TDS deductor and TCS collector have been given the power that if they want, they can apply for cancellation of registration. That's all, nothing. Now, this option has been given that cancellation of registration, if TDS deductor and TCS collector wants, on request, they can also request made by a person to whom registration has been granted. Basically, if TDS deductor or TCS collector wants, they can also go ahead and apply saying, I want to get my registration cancelled. Nothing other than that. Okay, sir, done, point clear. Chalo, let's go ahead. Please come to the exemption ka chapter now. Exemption related amendments we'll go ahead and understand. Exemption related amendment. Please come to exemption ka chart. Sir, the first amendment which is there. Listen to me very carefully. You know, entry number 6 was there. Entry number 6 in your exemption chapter. Sir, what entry number 6 used to go ahead and say? Listen, if government, central government, state government, if they are going ahead and providing services to non-business entity, non-business entity ko if government is providing services, it always used to be exempted. Other than post, airport related services, sir, transportation related services. Yes, sir, we all remember this. Post, airport, transportation related services. Entry number 6 used to go ahead and talk about it. Okay, sir. If government is going ahead and providing services to a non-business entity, it's always used to be under exempted other than post, airport or transportation related services. Okay, sir. This point is clear. Now listen to me very carefully. What they have gone ahead and told over here, that supposingly government ka one army mess is there. Army mess, military ka mess, paramilitary mess, Navy, Indian Navy ka mess is there, and they are going ahead and providing accommodation services. They are providing accommodation services to their personnels or any other person. If they are providing, this is basically government only. Army ka mess, Navy ka mess, all these are run by government only. Yes, sir. If they are providing services, accommodation service, food, etc., they are going ahead and providing to the army ka people or any other person who is not a business entity, then Baba, the clarification has come. It will also be exempted because entry number 6 goes ahead and says government ka services to a non-business entity is always exempted. Done, sir. Point is clear. But now you will go ahead and tell me, sir, what if they go ahead and provide services to a business entity? Then it is not covered under entry number 6. In that scenario, the business entity has to go ahead and pay GST under RCM, provided the business entity ka turnover in the last year was more than registration limit. Remember one thing, the clarification has come over here. Accommodation services provided by Air Force ka mess, other similar mess such as Army mess, Navy mess, paramilitary, police force mess to personnel or any other person other than business entity are covered under entry number 6, provided those services are supplied by messes qualified to be considered as services supplied by central government, state government, union territory or local authority. So whenever government, entry number 6 says government providing services to a non-business entity other than post, airport or transportation related services are always exempted. The same has now been told. This entry is applied over here and they have gone ahead and told if army mess, paramilitary mess, etc. is going ahead and providing accommodation services to their personnel or any other person who are not business entity, in that scenario exemption will be there. But sir, if it is business entity, then you will have to see business entity ka last year ka turnover. If it is more than registration limit, then Baba, they will come under RCM. Done, sir. Point is clear. But here they have gone ahead and told only about the exemption. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? That's all I've gone ahead and told over here. Please come to the next one. The next one goes ahead and talks about educational institution. Sir, yes, sir. You remember educational institution? When we were going ahead and learning about education related exemption, we had gone ahead and learned over there that, sir, Central Board of CBSC, all these state boards which are there, sir, the state board, the CBSC, all these were considered as educational institution when they were going ahead and conducting examination for the student and they were taking students examination fees, then they were considered as educational institution. Yes, sir. Now they have gone ahead and inserted one explanation and they have told that for the removal of doubt, it is clarified that supposingly there is National Testing Agency. Sir, what does National Testing Agency do? Arey Baba, if a student is there, he wants to enter an engineering college, basically he has to go ahead and give all those JEE, NET, all those examinations which are there. Yes, sir. Now all these examinations which are there, sir, NEET ka exam which is there, JEE ka exams which are there, are being conducted by all this National Testing Agency or authority or a board which is being set up by the government. Okay, sir. Now this National Testing Agency takes their examination. They take their exams, entrance test, we can also call it entrance test, and they pay a fees. Now, what the clarification has come is, so when they pass, they can take admission into educational institution. So whenever this national testing agency or any authority or any board which is set up by the government is going ahead and conducting entrance test against an entrance fees, government have made clarification over here that national testing agency or any authority or any board which is being set up by the government for conducting entrance test, so that the student can get admission into educational institution, this entrance test ke liye whatever fees will be taken, the GST will not be applicable, because these people are now being qualified as educational institution only for the limited purpose of taking entrance test. That is the clarification which has come. That, sir, it has been inserted in the explanation to the notification number 12/2017 that any authority board set up by the central government or state government, including national testing agency, all these people conduct JEE ka exam, NEET ka exams, they for the conduct of entrance examination for admission to educational institution shall be treated as educational institution for the limited purpose of providing services by way of conduct of entrance test for admission to an educational institution. So these people, national testing agency or any authority or board which is set up by the government, when they are going ahead and taking entrance test and charging entrance fees, that fees pay GST will not come, because these people will be considered as educational institution. Done, sir. Point is clear. Chalo, let's go ahead. I've written the summary also over here. The next one. In the previous attempt, this amendment was done wherein government had gone ahead and told that, sir, normally if any person is renting residential property on any other person, renting of residential property for the purpose of residence was exempt. But then they went in and told it will not be exempt if renting of residential property for the purpose of residence is done to a registered person. Then we had gone ahead and learned it will come under reverse charge mechanism. Yes, sir, we had already learned it will come under reverse charge mechanism. Now, they have gone ahead and clarified that, sir, if renting of residential property is done for the purpose of residence is done, by chance is it done to a registered person also. But supposingly the registered person is a proprietor. I am the proprietor of Ramesh Soni classes. Okay? Now, Ramesh Soni classes, when I went ahead and took this house on rent, this is in my personal capacity. This I have not shown as my business expense. Do I have to pay GST under RCM? You guys tell me, do I have to pay GST under RCM? It is taken in my personal capacity, for my personal use, for my personal family expense. This is my home. I am staying over here. I have not shown it as my business expense. Do I have to pay GST under RCM? Yes or no? You have to comment and tell me yes or no, everyone. I'm waiting for students to tell me yes, sir, no, sir. Arey, where are the students? Chalo, ठीक है. Now, renting of residential property for the purpose of residence to a registered person was always under RCM, but now they have gone ahead and told. If, see over here, they are telling services by way of renting of residential property for use as residence, except when the residential dwelling is rented to a registered person, because if you rent it to a registered person, reverse charge mechanism will come. But listen to me very carefully. But here they have gone ahead and inserted one explanation, and they have gone ahead and told if the residential property is rented to a registered person, but registered person has taken the renting of the residential property for personal use. He has not shown it as his business expense on his personal account, then also, Baba, it will come under exemption. They don't have to pay any GST under RCM. See over here, for the purpose of this entry shall cover the services by way of renting of residential property where the registered person is a proprietor. I am proprietor of a proprietorship concern, which is Ramesh Soni classes, and rents the residential dwelling for his personal capacity for use as his own residence. I have taken this property for use of my own residence. Such renting is on own account and not for the proprietorship concern. In that scenario also, it will enjoy the exemption. I don't have to pay GST under RCM. Remember this point, everyone. Even if I am a registered person, but if renting of residential property is taken by a registered person on own account in his personal capacity, I have not taken it for my business. I have not taken it for staying of my employees and showing it as my business expense. In that scenario also, it will come under exemption. I don't have to pay the GST under RCM. I hope this point is clear. Yes, sir. Point is clear over here. The next one over here. Listen to me very carefully. Services by way of access to road or bridges on payment of annuity. Earlier, there were two cases over here that, sir, if services by way of access to road or bridges is done, sir, services by way of access to bridges or road is done on payment of toll, that was also under exemption. If it was on annuity payments, that was also under exemption. But now they are going ahead and telling that, sir, this point has now been deleted, and they have told, sir, services by way of access to road or bridges on payment of annuity is now taxable. It is no more under exemption, it is taxable. So, sir, what is under exemption? Sir, services by way of access to road. So if you are going on the way and there is a toll booth which is there and they are collecting toll charges from you, that is only under exemption. Services by way of access to road on payment of annuity which was there is no more under exemption. It is now made taxable. Done, sir. Point is clear. Chalo. Remember one thing, on payment of annuity, entry has been omitted. It is now taxable. Now, only services by way of access to road or bridges on payment of toll charges is exempt. Now, the next one over here is RuPay card. Listen to me very carefully. Sir, what is this RuPay card? Supposingly, I am a shopkeeper over here. Okay? I am a seller. Here there is a customer who has come. Customer went ahead and told, sir, I want some goods. I went ahead and sold him some goods. He went ahead and gave me a RuPay card. Okay? RuPay card which is there. Or he used Bhim UPI. Okay? In this scenario, the government have gone ahead and told, now, when I use the RuPay card, his bank say, my bank will collect the money. My bank will collect the money, and for collecting the money, because I have gone ahead and used the card, because from his bank, my bank is collecting the money, my bank will go ahead and charge me some charges for using the card. Now, government have gone ahead and told, hey bank, when this person is taking RuPay card or Bhim UPI, please don't go ahead and charge him anything. Instead, the government went ahead and told bank told, hey government, if we don't charge anything to the shopkeepers for using RuPay card or Bhim UPI, how will we make money? So government went ahead and told, this is the government over here, that we will go ahead and pay you incentives. And government का one department is there, Ministry of Electronics, MEITY. Okay? These people went ahead and told, government का department told, we will give you incentive. You don't charge anything to a seller if he is using RuPay card or Bhim UPI. Actually, this RuPay, no, it is like Visa. We have Visa, MasterCard, etc. All these are international companies. RuPay is an Indian indigenous payment system which is there. India ka indigenous payment system it is there, and government wants to encourage RuPay. So if you are using RuPay card in a shop, that shopkeeper swipe your RuPay card, that shopkeeper ko bank will not charge any charges. Instead, the government gives incentive to the bank. So in this scenario, the banks went ahead and asked the government that on these incentives will GST come. So government went ahead and told, hey, it is very simple over here. Government ka any amount which is paid, Baba, if government has given you subsidy, is it ever consideration? So here the simple clarification came that, sir, banks are providing the services. What is the service bank is providing to the government? A bank is not collecting any money from any customer. Bank is going ahead and not collecting any money from the seller for going ahead and using the RuPay card. So basically bank is providing services to the government and government is paying incentives. And for this, the incentives which are there on that GST will not come. That is the simple clarification which has come over here that, sir, whether GST is applicable on incentive paid by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology to the acquiring bank, MEITY, which is the government ka department, is paying bank ko incentive, whether GST will come under incentive scheme for promotion of RuPay debit card and low UPI Bhim transaction, basically up to 2000 rupees whenever a UPI transaction or a card transaction is done, banks don't go ahead and charge anything to the shopkeeper. Why? Because government gives incentive, and Baba, these incentives are nothing other than subsidy, which is section number 15 to E-way it is told, government ka subsidies are never consideration. Government ka subsidies are never consideration. So whenever you go ahead and receive any incentive from the government, that is never a consideration. So simple clarification has come. Incentive paid by METY to acquiring bank under the incentive scheme for promotion of RuPay debit card and low Bhim UPI transaction are in nature of subsidy and they are not taxable. And hence, whenever incentives are paid by METY, those are not taxable because subsidy given by government are never any consideration. Done, sir. Point is clear. Let's go ahead. The next one over here. Value of supply may basically this first issue which is there, no, there ICI has given it in the supply chapter, and the second issue which is there, they have given in value of supply chapter. But this is one clarification only which has come, so I've gone ahead and provided it together. Let's go ahead and quickly understand this. Is everyone with me? Quickly give me a heads up. Are we all 100% clear till here? Students, can we go ahead? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are all there. Let's go ahead. Chalo. Now, the next one over here is value of supply ka chapter mein. Listen to me very carefully. Supposingly, I went to one insurance company. This is one insurance company. Okay, everyone. Insurance company is there. I went to one insurance company and I told I want, okay, in the year 22-23, I had taken the insurance. And now 23-24 mein, I went to renew the insurance. In 22-23, I did not go ahead and no claim. I did not do any claims from the insurance company. And you know what? Insurance company now went ahead and told me, sir, when we are giving you the insurance cover, basically when we are selling you the insurance cover, because last year on your car you did not claim anything, you had taken the last year car insurance, but you did not claim anything. This year, when you go ahead and give us the amount, no, when you have to pay 10,000 rupees, you can take no claim bonus over here. 2,000 rupees will give you no claim bonus and you can pay us 8,000 rupees only. My question to you guys over here, when the insurance company sold me the insurance cover and they are charging me a premium of 10,000 minus 2,000, can you tell me what is the value of their supply? What is the value of their supply? The value of their supply is just 8,000 rupees. You know what one officer told? One officer told that, Ramesh, I am over here. When the insurance company gave you no claim bonus, listen what the officer is telling. Ramesh, you gave a service to the insurance company. I told, what service? They told, Ramesh, you gave a service to the insurance company last year by refraining from making a claim and hence they have given you 2,000. Huh? It means officer is telling, Ramesh, you gave a service to the insurance company of refraining from lodging a complaint and hence they have given you 2,000 rupees and this 2,000 rupees is for a consideration because you supplied the service of refraining from doing something and that is why they have gone ahead and given you 2,000 rupees no claim bonus. Here CBIC came and CBIC told, hey officer, relax. CBIC told, there is no service which is provided by the insured over there to the insurance company for which insurance company gave 2,000. No. It is not a service provided by the insured to the insurance company saying I refrain from going ahead and launching a complaint and hence you pay me 2,000 rupees. There is no service which is supplied by the insured to the insurance company. Instead, it is simple over here. The insurance company went ahead and provided one service of giving insurance cover, might be for his car or whatever, and he is going ahead and paying a premium. In that, they are telling 2,000 rupees will give you as discount, which is named as no claim bonus. It is section number 15(3) may a deductible expense, a deductible amount, and hence the value of supply will be 8,000 and insurance company will simply charge GST on 8,000 rupees. That's all. The clarification came that no claim bonus. Number one, I have not provided any service to the insurance company for which insurance company is giving me no claim bonus. No, sir, no. No claim bonus cannot be considered as consideration for any supply provided by the insured to the insurance company. I have not provided any service. It is very simple. GST is leviable on the actual premium amount paid by the policyholder to the insurer after deducting no claim bonus mentioned in the invoice. Sir, insurance company told me 10,000 rupees. They gave me no claim bonus of 2,000 rupees. They will simple 8,000 rupees is what I am paying them. They will charge me GST on 8,000 rupees, which is their value of supply. That's all. Section number 15(3) may this amount, no claim bonus, Baba, any discount by whatever name told given at the time of supply, and hence it no claim bonus is nothing other than a discount which will be deducted from the value of supply. That's all is the clarification given. Please come to the next one over here. The next one is in the chapter of tax invoice. Sir, tax invoice ka chapter mein what amendment has come? When you read the chapter of tax invoice, listen to me very carefully. This amendment is not applicable for CA inter student. Whenever any amendment is not applicable for CA inter student, I'll tell. Okay? This first amendment is not applicable for CA inter student. Listen carefully. CA final student, listen. Particulars to be stated in a tax invoice. Baba, when you remember, if you remember tax invoice, I told in tax invoice you should mention description, quantity, value, tax and such other particulars as told in rule number 46. Yes, sir. In rule number 46, 146F is there, which goes ahead and says, if you are going ahead and doing a supply to a person who is unregistered, yes, description, quantity, value, tax, such other particulars, which is told in rule number 46. Now, rule number 46F may, it used to go ahead and say, Ramesh, if you are going ahead and doing a supply to a person who is unregistered person, plus the value of supply is less than 50,000 rupees, then Baba, this person who is there, his name, his address, his state, his pin code is not required. Means even if you don't capture in your invoice, the invoice which you issue, because he is unregistered and the value of supply is less than 50,000, even if you don't capture name, address, state and pin code, then also it is okay. Not required. But if it demands, you have to capture. Otherwise, not required to be captured. Now what they have gone ahead and told, if Ramesh, you are an e-commerce operator and you are supplying taxable service to a person, if you are an e-commerce operator, or you are a supplier who is supplying through e-commerce operator. Supposingly, I am supplying through Urban Clap to a person. I am supplying through e-commerce operator, or I am a OIDR, online information database access and retrieval service provider. To any person I am giving service, even though these people are unregistered person, even though the value is less than 50,000 rupees, still I must, only for these services they have gone in and told, I must capture their name, their address, their state and pin code. NASP. Remember one thing, NASP. Okay, sir, done, point clear. That's all. They have gone in and told, Ramesh, generally, if you are going in and supplying services to an unregistered person, value of supply is less than 50,000 rupees, then you don't have to capture their name, address, state, pin code, etc. in your invoice. But now one proviso has been inserted. If you are providing taxable service, either it is provided by an e-commerce operator, or if a supplier is supplying through an e-commerce operator. So, sir, supposingly, Urban Clap is directly supplying to a customer, or might be I am a seller, he placed an order on Urban Clap directed, and I am going ahead and giving invoice directly to the customer. Either e-commerce operator is giving the invoices, or I am giving the invoice directly to the customer. Remember one thing, or if services supplied by the supplier of OIDR in services to a recipient who is unregistered, irrespective of the value, don't see the value, irrespective of the value, a tax invoice issued by the recipient shall contain the name and address of the recipient along with the pin code, name and address of the state, and the said address shall be deemed as the address on record. So, sir, listen to me very carefully. So, if there is a e-commerce operator who is supplying to, or remember, it is only for taxable services they have told, okay? If e-commerce operator is supplying services to an unregistered person, he is an unregistered person, okay? Or supplier is supplying through e-commerce to an unregistered person, or OIDR is supplying services to an unregistered person. Don't see the value, just mention the name, address, state and pin code. And you know what? This name, address, state and pin code will be deemed as the address on record. This will be deemed as the address on record. Address on record. Sir, what is the benefit of address on record? Why are they calling it address on record? Arey Baba, when you go ahead and read your place of supply ka chapter, only for CA final student, listen here. When you see your place of supply ka chapter, here you had seen no. Sir, whenever services are provided, if you want to find out place of supply, then you need address on record, and hence they have gone ahead and told, if you are going ahead and supplying services to an unregistered person, you should mention his name, address, etc. and that address will be taken as address on record. Okay, sir, point is clear. That's all. This is all the amendment which is there, but I like this amendment. Please be careful. Okay. The next one over here, listen to me very carefully. Rule number 46A used to go ahead and say, if you are supplying taxable service plus exempt supply, if you are going ahead and supplying to an unregistered person, you can issue one document which was known as invoice cum bill of supply. Yes, sir, we remember. If you are going ahead and supplying services to an unregistered person, if you are going ahead and supplying taxable supply plus exempt supply both to an unregistered person, you can give one single document which was known as invoice cum bill of supply. Yes, sir, we remember this. Now listen to me very carefully. When you used to start reading rule number 46A, no? Rule number 46A used to start like this. Notwithstanding anything contained in rule number 46, rule number 49 and rule number 54. Sir, what is rule number 46? Rule number 46 used to say what are the detail you should capture in a tax invoice. Rule number 49 used to say what are the detail you should capture in a bill of supply. Rule number 54, sir, what are the details required और टैक्स इनवॉइस इन स्पेशल सर्कमस्टेंस लाइक बैंकिंग कंपनी आईएसडी एक्सेट्रा का केस में इन इनवॉइस व्हाट आर द डिटेल यू शुड मेंशन. सो स्पेशल सर्कमस्टेंस में स्पेशल केसेस में बेसिकली लाइक आईएसडी मल्टीप्लेक्स एक्सेट्रा का केस में टैक्स इनवॉइस इन स्पेशल केसेस यूज्ड टू बी स्पोकन बाय रूल नंबर 54. सो आईएसडी का इनवॉइस व्हाट आर द डिटेल शुड बी देयर. दोस थिंग्स वर टोल्ड बाय rule number 54. Now, they used to say, notwithstanding anything contained in rule number 46, rule number 49 and rule number 54. It means, you know what interpretation people took? People told, sir, you are telling when I am making tax invoice come bill of supply, whatever is told in rule number 46, whatever is told in rule number 49 or whatever is told in rule number 54, I should put in the dustbin, and tax invoice come bill of supply, I will make however I want. However I want, I can make. Whatever details I want to capture, I can go ahead and capture. They have gone ahead and now delete. They have gone ahead and now inserted one proviso, and they have told, hey, listen. Provided that the invoice cum bill of supply may shall contain. It means you should put the particulars as told in rule number 46. That is what is told. What particulars are told for tax invoice? Those particulars should be there. Or rule number 54. Or rule number 49. It means don't put rule number 46, rule number 49 or rule number 54 in the dustbin. When you are making a tax invoice cum bill of supply, that should contain the details as told in rule number 49 or rule number 46 or rule number 54. Total bakwas amendment. Chalo, let's go ahead. Everyone over here. The next amendment which is there is with respect to e-invoicing. Do you guys remember e-invoicing? What are the cases when e-invoicing is not required? Do you remember what are the cases when e-invoicing is not required? Yes, sir. I will make you remember. So, if I am Biji, Prime Minister, riding a GLS. Yes, sir. You had gone ahead and told Biji, Prime Minister, riding GLS. So, sir, B for banking company, G for GTA, passenger transportation services wala, multiplex, government, local authority or SEZ unit. Yes, sir. You had gone ahead and told this. Now, listen to me very carefully. Simple one doubt came. Banking company told, sir, you have told banking companies don't have to go ahead and do e-invoicing. Government, you have told banking companies don't have to do e-invoicing. Tell us one thing. Banking companies with respect to financial service don't have to do e-invoicing. Or if banking company is going ahead and selling gold, banking company is selling old assets. But with respect to all the activities of a banking company, means banking company entity as a whole is not required to do invoicing. Or government, you are trying to tell only with respect to financial service I am not required to do invoicing. If I am selling gold, gold is not financial service. Selling of gold is not financial service. Do I have to do e-invoicing there? So government clarified simple thing. When I have gone ahead and told that e-invoicing is not required for banking company, GTA, passenger transportation service wala, multiplex, sir, government, local authority or SEZ unit, it is with respect to the entity as a whole, whether they are going ahead and giving financial service or they are selling gold. Baba, the whole entity itself is exempted from the provision of e-invoicing. That's all is the clarification which has come over here. Is my point 100% clear to all? Can we move ahead? I am waiting for everyone to comment and quickly tell me, are we all clear? Can we go ahead? Quick. Yes, sir. We are all clear. Chalo, let's go ahead. Everyone over here now. The next one over here is E-way bill. E-way bill. You remember E-way bill? Section number, rule number 138 sub rule 14 used to be there. Yes, sir. Rule number 138 sub rule 14 used to be there. In rule number 138 sub rule 14, they used to go ahead and say, what are the cases when E-way bill is not required? When you are transporting through non-motorized cargo, donkey, might be horses, or bullock card, etc. के through if you are transporting, e-way bill is not required. Sir, e-way bill is not required if you are going ahead and transporting exempted goods. Here, one point was there where they used to go ahead and say, if you are transporting jewelry, then you don't require e-way bill. But you know what? That jewelry, they used to go ahead and say precious metal, stones, etc. ka jewelry. Now, if you are transporting imitation jewelry, duplicate jewelry, imitation, they have gone ahead and clarified over here when they say jewelry, please exclude imitation jewelry because imitation jewelry ke liye e-way bill will be required. They have gone ahead and told simple over here, e-way bill now needs to be generated for imitation jewelry. Please be very careful in the exam. Jewelry ke liye e-way bill is not required, but imitation jewelry, that duplicate jewelry which is there, not gold plated kind of jewelries, sir, for those e-way bill will be required. Done, sir. Point is clear. Simple. They have gone ahead and clarified. Imitation jewelries, e-way bill will be required. In the input tax credit ka chapter, they have gone ahead and done one amendment. Listen to me very carefully now. I hope you guys recall that, sir, section number 16 we used to go ahead and learn in our chapter of input tax credit. In section number 16, there used to be section number 16.1, which used to go ahead and say, if you are a registered person, you can go ahead and take the input tax credit if you have gone ahead and used those goods, services, or both for your business. Yes, sir. Section number 16.2 used to go ahead and say the condition for going ahead and taking the credit. In that condition, one condition used to be there. Sir, we remember you used to go ahead and tell us that, sir, tax number 1, tax invoice should be there or other documents should be there. Yes, sir. Now, then you went ahead and told this invoice or debit note related detail should be uploaded in GSTR1 and it should come in your 2B. And 2B may also one more condition was that in 2B, the input which has come should not be restricted. It should not be restricted. Then, sir, the next one you went ahead and told you should have received the goods, services, or both. Yes, sir. Only then I can take the credit. The next point over there in the condition was tax should be paid by the supplier to the government. Here, the next point was that, sir, tax charge in respect of the supply has actually been paid to the government. Only then you can go ahead and claim the credit. But here, one point used to be there which used to say subject to provision of section number 41. Now, section number 41 used to go ahead and say that, sir, tax should be paid to the government. Tax should be paid to the government. Only then you can go ahead and take the credit. But that was subject to section number 41. And now section number 41 along with rule number 37A, I want you guys to understand. Listen carefully. Then we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and show you over here. Listen carefully. For an example, supplier went ahead and filed his GSTR1. He went ahead and showed 10 lakh rupees over here and 1.8 lakh rupees GST. It came in my GSTR 2B. GSTR 2B. Yes, sir, it came in my GSTR 2B. What will I do? The first step is whenever anything comes in your GSTR 2B and it is not showing in the restricted column, you will go ahead and take the input tax credit. For an example, this invoice is relating to the month of April. It came in your GSTR 2B and you went ahead and took the ITC. 20th May, you went ahead and took the credit. ITC availed. Okay, sir. Now listen to me very carefully. What they are going ahead and telling over here that, sir, supposingly that you supplier went ahead and filed GSTR1, it came in your GSTR 2B, and when you went ahead and filed your GSTR 3B, you went ahead and took the credit. When you filed your GSTR 3B, you took the credit. But you know what? This boy was very notorious. He did not go ahead and file his GSTR 3B. He did not go ahead and file his GSTR 3B. Now, listen to me very carefully. Supplier did not file his GSTR 3B. It means, sir, I took the credit, supplier did not pay the tax to the government, so I now have to reverse the credit. But when they have gone ahead and told, now rule number 37A has been inserted, wherein they have gone ahead and told over here that, see, supplier filed his GSTR1, it came in your GSTR 2B, and you went ahead and took the credit. When you were filing your GSTR 3B, you went ahead and took the credit. You can retain the credit, no problem. But supplier must make the payment of the GST to the government. You can wait for the supplier to make the payment. Sir, May, June, July, no problem. Wait. Once the year gets over, this year got over, till 30th of September. Even if the supplier files his GSTR 3B, then also no problem. You can still retain the credit. Basically, 1.8 lakh, which is ITC, you can still retain it. No problem. Sir, supplier did not file the GSTR 3B in the month of May, June, July. Still he has not filed, sir. No problem. You can wait for the supplier to file his GSTR 3B. Year got over. By 30th September also, even if he files the GSTR 3B, you can still retain the credit. Sir, what if he does not file the GSTR 3B by 30th September? Then they are going ahead and telling, on or before 30th November. Sir, supplier did not file the GSTR 3B. Then on or before 30th November, whichever GSTR 3B you are going ahead and filing, whichever GSTR 3B I am going ahead and filing, this credit which I had taken, I should reverse this credit. That's all. Sir, is interest required? Not required. Remember one thing, supplier filed his GSTR 1, it came in your GSTR 2B. ठीक है sir, I took the input tax credit when I was filing my GSTR 3B. ठीक है, I took the credit. But supplier did not file the GSTR 3B, did not pay the tax to the government. No problem. Wait for the supplier to go ahead and file the return. Supplier went ahead and filed the return. No problem. He has already paid the tax. But sir, if supplier does not file the return by 30th September also, this year got over, by next year 30th September also, he did not file his GSTR 3B. Still pending. Still he did not file, then no problem. What you have to do is, I have taken the credit, right? Whatever credit I have taken here, I should go ahead and reverse it on or before 30th November, whichever GSTR 3B I am filing. After 30th September, on or before 30th November, I should go ahead and reverse the credit. Sir, what if I don't go ahead and reverse the credit? What if I don't go ahead and reverse the credit by 30th November? They are telling, if supposingly you reverse the credit on, you did not go ahead and reverse, you did not go ahead and reverse over here, then they are going ahead and telling 30th, supposingly you reversed on 30th December, reverse 1.8 lakh, but you have to reverse along with interest under section number 50. They are telling you have to go ahead and reverse along with interest. Interest will be for the period after 30th November till 30th of December. Supposingly you reversed on 30th December. Sir, what if my supplier became good boy? Later he went ahead and filed his GSTR 3B. Later he filed his GSTR 3B. No problem. You can re-avail the credit. You can re-avail the credit. No problem. 1.8 lakh ka credit you can re-avail. 16(4) ka time limit. The maximum time limit to avail the credit etc. will not be applicable. Even if your supplier files the GSTR 3B after 2 years, still you can go ahead and avail the credit. I will go ahead and repeat. Is this point clear to all? Did you guys get it? Still I will go ahead and repeat. Are we all clear till here? Please tell me, are we all clear? Can I go ahead? Got it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen. What are they telling? Supplier went ahead and filed GSTR 1. Okay, supplier filed his GSTR 1, sir. It came in your GSTR 2B. Here is the supplier. Here is the recipient. Okay, sir. I am the recipient. It came in my GSTR 2B. No problem. April month ka invoice. GSTR 2B mein it has come. So when you are filing your GSTR 3B, please avail the credit. Sir, later, if supplier did not file the GSTR 3B, till when should I wait? Wait till 30th September. If supplier filed the GSTR 3B, very good. You have taken the credit, enjoy the credit. If supplier does not file the GSTR 3B by 30th September also, on or before 30th November, whichever GSTR 3B you are filing, you should reverse this credit. Reverse it. Do I have to pay any interest? No, sir. But if I don't reverse by 30th November, then I'll have to go ahead and pay interest under section number 50. And they are going ahead and telling 30th December, supposingly you went ahead and reversed, then you'll have to pay interest for this many days. Sir, what if supplier later goes ahead and files his GSTR 3B? If supplier files his GSTR 3B, whenever supplier files his GSTR 3B, you can re-avail the credit. There is no time limit which is applicable. That's all is being told by section number 41. Read with rule number 37A. I have gone ahead and given the crux over here. You guys can read the crux. The one which I have gone ahead and told, the same thing has been written over here. See, where the ITC availed by registered person with respect to which supplier has furnished GSTR 1 or IFF, but corresponding GSTR 3B is not filed till 30th September, the ITC shall be reversed on or before 30th November. Basically, till 30th September, if your supplier does not file his GSTR 3B, then you have to reverse the credit on or before 30th November, whichever GSTR 3B you are filing. Non-reversal before 30th November, such amount will be payable along with interest. Supposingly you reversed after 30th November, then you'll have to pay along with interest under section number 50. Where supplier subsequently furnishes GSTR 3B. Sir, if supplier subsequently furnishes GSTR 3B, then you can go ahead and re-avail the credit in the GSTR 3B. Means whenever he filed the GSTR 3B, after that, whichever GSTR 3B you are filing, you can go ahead and re-avail the credit. That's all is being told over here. I have explained you section number 41, read with rule number 37A. The next one is Rule number 37. Sir, what does rule number 37 say? Do you guys remember we had one rule number 37, that sir, supposing one supplier went ahead and gave me an invoice on 1st of January. Supplier gave me an invoice on 1st of January. In the invoice, he went ahead and told me, sir, 10 lakh rupees ka credit and GST which was there was 1.8 lakh. Okay, sir, point is clear till here. Listen to me very carefully. Now, I have to go ahead and make the payment within 180 days. Supposingly on 30th June, 180 days gets over. If sir 180 days may I don't go ahead and make the payment, if 180 days may I don't go ahead and make the payment, then it was told in rule number 37. Yes sir, we recall that 180 days may if supplier ko you don't make the payment of the invoice, then after 30th of June, when you are filing your GST 3B, you have to reverse this 1.8 lakh and you have to reverse along with interest. And interest was always under section number 50, that is from the date of utilization till the date of reversal, you have to pay interest. Remember, interest under section number 50 says what? From the date of utilization till the date of reversal, you have to pay interest. Only if you have utilized. Okay? Done. Now, what they have gone ahead and told is, Ramesh, supposingly, earlier, you know what? These words were missing. What words were missing? That, sir, supposingly, what if I have made half payment? Means, supposingly, I have paid 5 lakh rupees and 90,000 rupees. 5.9 lakh I have already paid. Then, can you tell me, reversal will happen for the full amount only for the proportionate GST? Means, if you have made 10 lakh rupees, say 5 lakh rupees ka payment, and supposingly 90,000 rupees ka GST also you had paid. But, sir, now they are going ahead and telling simple thing that, sir, if you had made proportionate payment already, then reversal will happen only with respect to the remaining amount which is unpaid. So, unpaid amount is how much? Sir, unpaid is 5 lakh. 5 lakh rupees related, how much is the GST? Sir, 90,000 GST. So, reversal will happen only with respect to 90,000 rupees along with interest at the rate of 18% basically, but it has to be seen under section number 50, and section number 50 goes ahead and says interest will come only from the date of utilization till the date of reversal. If you did not utilize it, there is no interest. Nothing. Simple amendment has been done. Nothing amendment. Actually, these words were missing over here, wherein they had not written the word reverse. That, sir, when you are filing your GST 3B, you have to go ahead and reverse. This word reverse was missing. Secondly, they are telling, sir, if you pay half, then half amount of GST has to be reversed. That's all. That proportionate word was missing over here. Sir, earlier, if you don't go ahead and make the full payment, if you have made part payment also, full reversal had to be done because these words were missing. But actually, law ka intent was never that. Law ka intent was what? That, sir, if you have made the part payment, then reversal will happen only with respect to the remaining part which is there. I hope this point is clear. That, sir, supposingly I had made 5.9 lakh rupees ka payment to the supplier. This 5.9 lakh, it means I had gone ahead and made part payment to the supplier. Remaining part which I have not gone ahead and made, with respect to that, whatever GST is there, I have to go ahead and reverse. That's all. Are we all 100% clear? Only proportionate reversal of ITC is required in case of part payment of the value of supply plus the tax in respect of inward supply within 180 days. So, sir, whatever the invoice was there, if part payment I had done, remaining part which I have not done, with respect to that, whatever GST is there, only that you have to reverse if you have not made the payment within 180 days, and that reversal will be along with interest under section number 50, which is at the rate of 18% from the date of utilization till the date of reversal. Yes, sir, we are all clear. Chalo, let's go ahead. Now, please come to the payment of tax ka chapter. Please come to the next amendment. Are we all 100% clear? Can we move to the next amendment? Payment of tax. Yes, sir. Payment of taxes. Do you guys recall that payment of taxes, when we had gone ahead and understood in the payment of taxes chapter, I had gone ahead and told you whenever you have to deposit money in your e-cash ledger, whenever you have to deposit money in your e-cash ledger, you first have to generate GST PMT 061 challan. Yes, sir. I have to generate one GST PMT 061 challan which is there for depositing the money. Okay. Now, we have to go ahead and generate one challan. Okay, we generated one challan. Then what will you do? Once we have generated one challan, we have to go to the net banking or however. Supposingly, I use net banking and I made the payment. When you generate a challan, common portal identification number gets generated. Now, I used my net banking I used and made the payment. Once I made the payment, then SIN gets generated. Actually, SIN gets generated, and you know what? The bank goes ahead and communicates this SIN to the GST portal, and GST portal goes ahead and credits the money in your e-cash ledger. Done, sir. Point is clear that, sir, whenever I will generate one challan, I will go ahead and make the payment of the challan. SIN will get generated, challan identification number, and the bank will communicate this SIN number to the GST portal, and GST portal will go ahead and update my e-cash ledger. But you know what? Sometime whenever the bank does not communicate the SIN to the GST portal, then in that scenario, you have to go ahead, make representation to the bank that, sir, my e-cash ledger mein money has not come. Please send the SIN number to the GST portal. My e-cash ledger will get credited. Representations had to be given in GST PMT 07. Okay? Total bakwas amendment. But still listen. So representations have to be given to the bank that, sir, please send my SIN number to the GST portal, otherwise my e-cash ledger will not get credited. So whenever SIN when SIN was not communicated to the GST portal, you had to give representation to the bank. Only then your e-cash ledger used to get credited. Okay? Now they have gone ahead and told that, sir, if supposingly the bank fails to communicate the SIN number to the GST portal, what they can also go ahead and do is, how your e-cash ledger will be updated is, sir, whenever your bank fails to communicate the SIN to the GST portal, RBI prepares one e-scroll list that government has received this money in the government account. RBI prepares one e-scroll. E-scroll means basically RBI, you think that RBI prepares a list that government ka account mein this money has come. Now on the basis of the RBI ka scroll list also, the GST portal can update your e-cash ledger even if the bank has not communicated the SIN to the GST portal. What they are going ahead and telling? Simple. Backend mein how things are going to work, they are going ahead and telling simple. Whenever you generate PMT 06, you make the payment through your bank. Bank will generate one SIN number, challan identification number when you make the payment, and the money has gone to the government account, then this SIN will be sent to the GST portal and your e-cash ledger will get credited. But sometime the bank fails to communicate the SIN. In that scenario, your e-cash ledger can be updated by the GST portal on the basis of the RBI ka e-scroll list. RBI actually prepares one list of whatever payment has come to the government account. On the basis of that list also, the GST portal can go ahead and update your e-cash ledger. That's all they have gone ahead and told. Total bakwas amendment has come over here. That, sir, where the bank fails to communicate the details of the SIN to the common portal, bank did not communicate the SIN number to the common portal, then the e-cash ledger may be updated on the basis of e-scroll of the RBI. Basically, RBI prepares a list. On the basis of the RBI ka list, the e-scroll list which is there, basically the statement, on the basis of that statement, your e-cash ledger can be updated by the GST portal. They don't have to wait for the bank now to communicate the SIN number. Even if the bank fails, but still, from the e-scroll list of the RBI also, basically RBI prepares a list of what are the payments which has come to the bank government account. On the basis of the e-scroll list, your e-cash ledger can be updated. That's all. This is one analysis which I have written, nothing very important. Now listen to me very carefully. Rule number 88C has been introduced now. Rule number 88C, I want to go ahead and tell it like this. Listen to me very carefully. People over here. Sir, what is rule number 88C? You went in and filed your GSTR1. Okay? In GSTR1, you showed 1 crore rupees ka sale and 18 lakh rupees ka GST is payable. You are a supplier. It went to the recipient ka GSTR2B. 18 lakh rupees ka credit went to him. Aram se balle balle he is enjoying. Okay? You are one very bad boy or bad girl. Okay? What you went in and did, you filed your GSTR3B. In GSTR3B, you went ahead and showed, sir, 1 lakh is my sale and 1 lakh ka sale pe 18,000 is the GST. Government is telling, hey, you are very bad over here. Why did you do that? That, sir, you showed over here 18 lakh ka sale, 1 crore ka sale and 18 lakh rupees ka GST you passed on. 1 crore rupees ka sale, 18 lakh rupees ka GST you passed on. But here, you showed only 1 lakh rupees ka sale and 18,000 rupees ka GST. When you are to make the payment, you paid only 18,000. It means you are doing cheating. And you know what? In our CA final, this point is there. CA Inter ka student, might be it is little difficult for you to understand this amendment because at CA intermediate level, Demand and recovery chapter does not come. But yes, ICI has given for CA Inter and CA Final both. So please listen carefully. In CA Final, we learn this that sir, whenever GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B may any difference is there, direct recovery can be done. Direct recovery means they can seize your bank account, take the money from the bank account, magistrate ke through recovery can be done. Whatever is the differential amount, they can recover from you. They can attach your bank account, they can sell your properties and do the recovery. People went and told, sir, mistake can happen. No, why do you want to do direct recovery? At least give one intimation. And hence rule number 88C has come, wherein they have told if your GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B may, there is significant difference, means the GST council will decide how much should be the difference. Then in that scenario, they will go ahead and send you an intimation in part A of GST DRC 01B. Here it is. GRC 01B ka part A mein they will send you an intimation saying, sir, there is a difference between your GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B. Why have you done such difference? Please give an explanation. So you have two options over here. When they go ahead and give you an intimation in GST DRC 01B that there is a difference in your GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B. I showed in my GSTR 1 18 lakh. GSTR 3B I paid only 18,000. Ha 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 ha. Bad boy. They are going ahead and telling we will give you an intimation. After the intimation, they will give you 7 days ka time. Within 7 days, either you pay the difference. Pay the difference. To pay the difference, you can use GST DRC 03. One form is there, GST DRC 03. That form you can use and make the payment. And you have to inform them in part B of GST DRC 01B. In this part B, you have to inform that, sir, I have made the payment. Or if you don't want to pay, you can give an explanation. That, sir, sir, this is this amount which you are going ahead and telling the difference. No, sir, actually what happened? No, it should have been 18,000 here also and 18,000 here also. By mistake, I went in and returned 18 lakh rupees. So, sir, you can give an explanation. Okay, sir, I will go ahead and give an explanation. So, you have two options. Either you can go ahead. So, whenever, I'll tell you, whenever your GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B may any difference is there, they will send you an intimation. Rule number 88C says they will send you an intimation in part A of GST DRC 01B. Okay, sir, I will pay the difference. You have 7 days. Either pay the difference. Sir, if I don't pay the difference, you can pay the difference and inform them. Payment can be done using GST DRC 03 and you have to inform them using GST DRC 01B ka part B mein. That, sir, I have gone ahead and made the payment. If you don't make the payment, you can give an explanation again in part B of GST DRC 01B ka part B mein you can give an explanation. Sir, explanation is acceptable. No tension. Acceptable, then no tension. But sir, if explanation is not acceptable, then sir, they will hang you upside down and they will do the recovery over here. Recovery, CA final may we learn in section number 49, section number 79 that sir, recovery will be done through magistrate, district collector, etc. Through selling your movable property, immovable property, they will do the recovery. Done, sir. This is rule number 88C. So what is rule number 88C? Everyone listen to me very carefully. If your GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B may any difference is there, you will be intimated about the difference. Okay, sir. 7 days may either you pay the differential using part B of GST DRC 01B. Payment should be done using GST DRC 03 and you have to inform them that, sir, I have made the payment in part B of GST DRC 01B. Or you have to give an explanation. Explanation I have to give in GST DRC 01B ka part B mein. Okay, sir. If I give an explanation, explanation is acceptable, no tension. Not acceptable, then they will do recovery under section number 79. Okay, sir. We are clear with this point. You know what? Sir, why did you teach us rule number 88C? Listen, if you don't comply with rule number 88C, means you did not pay also, you did not give explanation also. Now, you know what they will do? This is rule number 88C which you have already understood. In your return chapter, they will block your GSTR 1 or invoice furnishing facility will be blocked. Sir, if I can't file GSTR 1, what will happen? Arey, people, if you can't file GSTR 1, you can't file the GSTR 3B also. If you can't file GSTR 1, next GSTR 1 also you can't file. Next GSTR 3B also you can't file. Baba, everything will get blocked. You will not be able to comply with the returns only. So that is what they are going ahead and telling over here, that sir, see, following, notwithstanding anything contained in this rule, these 2 points were already there. One new point has been inserted wherein they have told a registered person to whom an intimation has been issued on the common portal under the provision of rule number 88C, means you have been given an intimation in GST DRC 01B in respect of a tax period shall not be allowed to furnish the details of outward supply. It means you will not be allowed to furnish GSTR1 of the goods or services or both under section number 37 in form GSTR1 or using IFF. It means you will not be able to file GSTR1 also. You will not be able to do invoice furnishing facility also for a subsequent tax period unless he has either, it means you will not be able to file GSTR1 from a subsequent period. Now just imagine if your GSTR1 is blocked, everything in life gets disturbed over here. Sir, you are not able to file your returns. Next GSTR3B you can't file. If you don't file your return, your registration can be cancelled. Your E-way bill portal will be blocked. So many tensions can come. Then it says for a subsequent period, you will not be able to file GSTR1 or do invoice furnishing facility unless he has either deposited the amount specified in the intimation, unless you pay the differential. If you don't pay, then IFF or GSTR1 block, or you have not furnished a reply explaining the reason for any amount remaining unpaid as required under the provision of rule number 88C. That's all they have gone ahead and told. So, sir, if I don't go ahead and pay the differential or I don't give an explanation also, they are telling, sir, your invoice furnishing facility also will be blocked. Your GSTR1 also will be blocked. Are we all 100% clear with this point? Can we go ahead, everyone? Quickly give me a heads up. Are we all clear with this point? Rule number 88C, I have gone ahead and linked with your return ka chapter. Did you guys get it? Yes, everyone. Are we all 100% clear till here? Can we go ahead? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are all clear. Now, listen to me very carefully. This amendment, rule number 88C, what I have explained you, I have gone ahead and written over here the crux also. Now, please come to returns ka chapter. Returns ka chapter mein, this amendment which had come, when is your invoice furnishing facility or GSTR1 blocked? These two were already there. One third point over here has been added, that sir, if you don't pay the differential or don't give an explanation, then also GSTR1 or invoice furnishing facility for the next period will be blocked. Remember one thing, this is the amendment over here. Okay, sir. Now, one more small point over here in the chapter of returns. Returns ka chapter mein, listen to me very carefully. You remember annual return over here? Yes, sir, we remember annual return. Annual return ka late fee which was there, they have gone ahead and reduced the late fee. They have gone ahead and reduced the late fee over here. They have gone ahead and told the maximum late fee payable under section number 47 for the delayed filing of annual return rationalized. Means delayed filing of annual return, whatever the late fee was there, they have gone ahead and reduced it. See, earlier the late fee for delayed filing of annual return was 100 rupees per day up to a maximum of 0.25% of the turnover in state or union territory. Now they have gone ahead and told slab rate type. Sir, so if supposingly I am talking about the year 21-22, if this year, relevant year, annual return due date is 31st of December 22, correct? This year related annual return ka due date is this. They are going ahead and telling, if in the relevant year, this year, your aggregate turnover is up to 5 crore, rupees 25 per day, maximum is 0.02%. So, sir, if my turnover is up to 5 crore, then they are going ahead and telling under CGST, under SGST, for every every day of delay in filing of your annual return, they are telling you have to go ahead and pay 25 rupees per day. So 25 rupees per day under the CGST Act, 25 rupees per day under the SGST Act, and this can be maximum 0.02% of the turnover, 0.02%. In the chart book, for your CA final ka chart book mein, I had gone ahead and mentioned 0.2%. You have to make it 0.02%. Okay, everyone? 0.02% of the turnover in state or union territory. Okay, sir? Same thing. Now they have gone ahead and told if your turnover is more than 5 crore, up to 20 crore, then the same amount will become 50 rupees per day. 50 rupees per day under CGST and 50 rupees per day under SGST, subject to a maximum of 0.02%, subject to a maximum of 0.02% of the turnover in state or union territory. See, or, but if your turnover is more than 20 crore, sir, if my turnover is more than 20 crore, then what will happen? They have gone ahead and told simple over here. If your turnover in the relevant year was more than 20 crore, then it will be 100 rupees per day under CGST, 100 rupees per day under SGST, and here there is no reduction, the same as earlier. 0.25% of the turnover, 0.25% of the turnover in state or union territory. That's all they have gone ahead and told relating to the annual return called late fee, which is there. Late fee has been reduced now. Earlier it was for all the cases, this was the late fee, but now for people with turnover up to 5 crore and greater than 5 crore up to 20 crore, the late fee has been reduced over here. Are we all 100% clear till here? Yes, everyone, quickly tell me, are we all 100% clear till here? Yes, sir, we are all clear. Baba, here we are done with all the amendments till the chapter of returns. Till the chapter of returns, all the amendments are done. Students who are CA intermediate ka students, CA intermediate ka students ka amendments are done. You guys can go now. Done, sir. Bye bye, CA intermediate students. ठीक है. CA final ka students will continue now. Please come to the next amendment. Please come to the next amendment. Now, the next amendment which is there is in the chapter of demand and recovery. Demand and recovery, mein, sir, what amendment has come? Listen to me very carefully. I will show you in the chapter of demand and recovery. Please come to the chart of demand and recovery. Here. Please come to the chart of demand and recovery. Everyone listen to me very carefully. What is happening in demand and recovery? Demand and recovery mein section number 75 was there. Section number 75 used to go ahead and say that, sir, supposingly officer has gone ahead and issued you a show cause notice under section number 74. Listen to me very carefully. For an example, do you remember the time limit for issuance of show cause notice and demand order? I'll tell you quickly. The time limit for issuance of show cause notice and demand order, I hope you guys remember, under section number 73 it was, can you tell me quickly? Under section number 73, what is the time limit for show cause notice and demand order? And under section number 74, what is the time limit? Can you comment and tell me, everyone? Quickly comment and tell me. Yes, sir, we remember it was 2 years, 9 months, 3 years, 4 years, 6 months and 5 years. Yes, sir, we remember under section number 73 and 74, this was the time limit. Now, listen to me very carefully. Here, they have gone ahead and told that, sir, supposingly, for the year, people listen, for the year 17-18, if I go ahead and tell you, sir, what is the time limit for issuance of demand order and show cause notice? Sir, 31st December 2018 से 3 years will be seen for demand order. ठीक है सर. So 19, 20 and 21. ठीक है. Here the officer went ahead and issued you a, so show cause notice का time limit is what? 31st December 21 is the demand order का maximum time limit under section number 73. And sir, show cause notice के लिए time limit is 30th September 2021, which is show cause notice के लिए time limit. ठीक है sir. Now here, sir, supposingly, officer went ahead and issued me a show cause notice. I'll do one thing. I will also make the time limit for section number 74. So, section number 74, what is the time limit? Sir, section number 74 mein time limit is, if supposingly 17-18, that show cause notice has to be issued 31st December 2018. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year is demand order ka time limit. 5 year means 19, 20, 21, 22 and 23. So 31st December 23 tak demand order for any demand relating to 2017-18 should come. ठीक है. Here the show cause notice ka time limit is what, sir? 30th June 2023 is the maximum time limit for show cause notice under section number 74. Now supposingly officer went ahead. People listen to me very carefully. Officer went ahead and issued you a show cause notice. Officer went ahead and issued you a show cause notice under section number 74. ठीक है. He issued a show cause notice over here. Supposingly he issued a show cause notice under section number 74 on 30th of June 2021. ठीक है. And accordingly he went ahead and issued a demand order under section number 74. ठीक है. You went to the court, you went to the appellate authority and so told, sir, he has raised a demand order under section number 74, but sir, I am not a fraud person. He has gone ahead and levied a penalty as if I am under section number 74 and officer called me a fraud. I am not a fraud and fraud wala penalty should not be levied. So sir, when you went to the appellate authority, over here. Appellate authority went ahead and gave one direction to the officer saying, hey officer, why are you calling him a fraud? He is not a fraud. Please go ahead and do the proceeding under section number 73. Please go ahead and do the proceedings under section number 73. This guy is not a fraud. And appellate authority or appellate tribunal or court went ahead and issued some direction to the officer and told this demand order under section number 74 is not sustainable because this guy is not a fraud. In this scenario, does the officer has to go ahead and again issue a show cause notice and pass a demand order? Because once the appellate authority, appellate tribunal or court goes ahead and gives direction, from that time, the time limit to pass a demand order is 2 years. If court goes ahead or appellate authority, appellate tribunal or court goes ahead and gives direction to the officer that you have to pass a demand order now, then the demand order ka passing ka time limit is 2 years from the date of issue of direction by the appellate authority. Okay? And this demand order is invalid. And here he has to go ahead and pass a demand order within 2 years from this date. Okay? But in this scenario, sir, to pass a demand order under section number 73, he has to pass a demand order now. So, sir, show cause notice under section number 73 has to go. But it was told in section number 75 ka 2 point, if show cause notice under section number 74(1) is not sustainable, proper officer shall determine the tax deeming the show cause notice under section number 73. Means the 74 ka show cause notice will be deemed as a show cause notice under section number 73, and with this show cause notice only the demand order will be passed under section number 73 now, and this demand order ke liye time limit will be 2 years from the date of issue of direction by the court or tribunal or appellate authority, appellate tribunal or court. Done, sir. This point is clear. So what I am gone ahead and told, supposingly, sir, they issued a show cause notice under section number 74 and officer gave you a demand order under section number 74. But you went to the court and told, sir, I am not a fraud. And appellate authority, appellate tribunal or court went ahead and gave direction to the officer that officer, this demand order is not sustainable because this guy is not a fraud. Please pass demand order under section number 73. So officer from this date will pass the demand order under section number 73 and the time limit from the date of direction is 2 years. So now section number 73 mein demand order officer will pass, levying less amount of penalty. 10% or 10,000, whichever is higher. I hope you guys remember 73 mein that much only is the maximum penalty. Okay? But from the date of direction, what is the time limit? 2 years. Secondly, sir, to pass a demand order, you need a show cause notice, but this show cause notice was under 74. This show cause notice only will be deemed as a show cause notice under section number 73. Okay, sir, this point is clear to all. This was already told in section number 75 that, sir, if 74(1) ka show cause notice is not sustainable, officer now has to pass a demand order as per the direction issued by the appellate authority, appellate tribunal or court. Then, sir, demand order should be issued within 2 years from the date of such direction. Means officer now should go ahead and pass the demand order within 2 years, and when he is passing the demand order, he needs a show cause notice. 74 wala show cause notice only, he will go ahead and deem that show cause notice as a show cause notice under section number 73. Are we all clear till here? First of all, yes, sir, we are all clear till here. Now listen to me very carefully. You know what officers were taking advantage of? Listen. The time limit for show cause notice under section number 73 for the year supposingly 17-18, if I tell you, it is 31st December 2018 say 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. That is demand order के लिए time limit is 31st December. This is 19, 20 and 21. And show cause notice के लिए time limit is 30th September 21. Okay? Now officer went ahead and saw that for the year 17-18, oh no, I missed a demand and the time limit under 73 is gone. So you know what officers used to go ahead and do? If time limit under section number 73 is gone, they used to go ahead and do the proceeding under 74. They used to say, hey, CC, listen, for the year 1718, the time limit is 31st December 2018. From here, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year and 5 year. So sir, 19, 20, 21, 22 and 23. So what is the time limit under section number 74? The time limit under section number 74 is 5 years. That is, by 31st December 2023, the demand order should be issued. And sir, show cause notice should be issued 6 months prior. So show cause notice ka time limit used to be 30th June 2023. So even though officer had to do the proceeding under section number 73, but what officers used to do is, if 73 ka time limit is gone, no, they used to say, hey, what is the tension? No tension, we will do one thing. We will go ahead and now do the proceeding under section number 74. And officers used to go ahead and issue show cause notice under section number 74. Here they used to issue demand order under section number 74. You will challenge, no? Go challenge. So they used to challenge. People used to challenge before the appellate authority, appellate tribunal or court, and appellate authority, appellate tribunal or court will issue direction. Sir, no problem. When they will issue direction, we will deem, okay, this demand order is invalid. This show cause notice we will deem as a show cause notice under 73. And from the date of direction, officer used to say, okay, now we will pass the demand order under section number 73 from the date of direction within 2 years. Tension over. 73 ka proceeding done. Even after the time limit for section number 73 was gone, time limit was gone over here, but we first did a 74 ka proceeding, and when appellate authority, appellate tribunal or court ke paas you went, they issued a direction to us saying, hey, why are you doing 74 ka proceeding? Please do 73 ka proceeding. Then okay, 74 ka demand order is invalid. This 74 ka show cause notice only will deem as 73 ka show cause notice, and now we'll pass the demand order under section number 73. This was done by the officers. Are you guys clear with this point? First of all, tell me, are you guys clear with this point? Are you guys clear with this point? What the officers were doing? Did you guys understand what is the notorious thing the officers were doing over here? People have to give me a heads up so that I can know that people understood this point. Where are the people? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got it. Listen. Okay. Now listen. Now, circular has come. What is the circular telling? Circular is telling that, hey officers, if you go ahead and do all this thing, no? Okay. Court gave you direction. From the date of direction, you can issue the demand order under section number 73. When you are going ahead and deeming the 74 ka show cause notice as 73 ka show cause notice, no? When you are deeming 74 ka show cause notice as 73 ka show cause notice, no? You can deem this 74 ka show cause notice as 73 ka show cause notice and pass the demand order only if this show cause notice was issued within the time limit as per section number 73. Section number 73 ka time limit was 2 years 9 months. You did not issue the show cause notice. This show cause notice was not issued within the time limit of 2 years 9 months. It was issued after 2 years 9 months, because time limit under 73 is 2 years 9 months. This 74 ka show cause notice was not issued within 2 years 9 months, and hence all the proceedings have to be dropped. Officer, you can't go ahead and deem this show cause notice to be 73 ka show cause notice, and you can't pass a demand order under section number 73 because this show cause notice was not issued within the time limit of 2 years 9 months. That's all is the clarification which has been given now. Are we all 100% clear with the clarification which has come now? So here, listen to me very carefully. If the officer supposingly for the year 1718, very important amendment, that is why I am going ahead and telling you properly, please listen carefully. For the year 1718, 31st December 2018 is the time limit. From here 73 ka proceeding can be done within 3 years and 74 का proceeding can be done within 5 years. So 73 का proceeding के लिए demand order के लिए and show cause notice के लिए time limit is 30th of September 2021 and demand order के लिए time limit is 31st December 2021. ठीक है sir, point is clear. Officer went ahead and issued one show cause notice over here under section number 74. 74 के लिए टाइम लिमिट इज व्हाट एवरीवन? डिमांड ऑर्डर के लिए टाइम लिमिट इज 31 दिसंबर 23. शो कॉज नोटिस के लिए टाइम लिमिट इज व्हाट? 30th September जून 23. ठीक है. नाउ यू नो व्हाट हैपेंड. 17-18 के लिए ऑफिसर वेंट ahead and did one proceeding under section number 74. People, officer did a proceeding under section number 74 over here. Show cause notice given under section number 74 within 2 years 9 months and demand order given under section number 74. You went to the appellate authority, appellate tribunal or court, and they went ahead and issued direction to the officer saying, sir, please don't go ahead. Now I am issuing direction and this demand order is invalid. The show cause notice under section number 74 is not sustainable. Can you please tell me, is it possible for the officer now? Yes or no, you have to tell me. Can the officer now deem this show cause notice as a show cause notice under section number 73 and go ahead and pass a demand order within 2 years under section number 73? My question to you guys is, can this show cause notice be deemed as a show cause notice under section number 73? Yes or no? You have to tell me, can this show cause notice which was issued under section number 74, because appellate authority, appellate tribunal went ahead and concluded that this 74 ka proceedings are not correct and 73 ka proceedings should be done, can this show cause notice be deemed as a show cause notice under section number 73? Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, because this show cause notice under section number 74 was issued within the time limit of 2 years and 9 months, and hence this show cause notice can now be deemed as a show cause notice under section number 73, and now the officer from the date of direction can go ahead and pass a demand order within 2 years. Done sir, point is clear. Chalo, I'll ask you one more question, you tell me yes or no, then I'll go ahead and understand that. Okay, supposingly in this case 17-18 it is 31st December 2018. ठीक है. From here 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. Sir, 19, 20, 21, 22 and 23. Sir, demand order under section number 73. The time limit is 31st December 21 and show cause notice, the time limit is 30th of September 2021. Demand order under section number 74, the time limit is 31st December 2023 and show cause notice, the time limit is 30th of June 2023. My question is, if supposingly here one show cause notice was issued under section number 74 and demand order was passed under section number 74, but later the appellate authority, appellate tribunal went ahead and concluded, here you went to the appellate authority, appellate tribunal, and they went ahead and gave direction saying, sir, section number 74 ka proceeding is not valid. Can the officer deem this show cause notice as section number 73 ka show cause notice and now pass the demand order under section number 74? Yes or no? No, 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 sir. No, no, no. Because 2 years, 9 months was the time limit. Here, show cause notice was not issued within 2 years, 9 months, and hence 73 ka show cause notice you can't deem it, and hence the entire proceedings have to be dropped. Entire proceedings have to be dropped. The circular further went ahead and clarified one more point, which I will go ahead and tell you. Listen carefully. For an example, we are going ahead and talking about 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20. Sir, what is the time limit over here? Listen to me very carefully over here. The time limit to go ahead and issue. What is the time limit for issuance of show cause notice and demand order in this case? 18 के लिए 31st December 18 से 31st December 19, 20, 21. So here the demand order time limit is 31st December 21. Show cause notice is 30th September 2021. ठीक है. Here show cause notice का time limit is 30th 73 का, okay, 30th of September 22. Here 30th of September 2023, 30th of September 2000 and नहीं, डिमांड ऑर्डर के लिए टाइम लिमिट विल बी 31st December 2022, 31st December 2023. Okay, my question to you guys is, officer went ahead and issued one show cause notice for the year 17-18, 18-19, 19-20, one show cause notice, and he issued the show cause notice on supposingly 31st of December 2022, and accordingly he went ahead and passed one demand order also. Demand order was also passed. Under section number 74 he issued a show cause notice, and demand order also passed under section number 74. ठीक है. My question to you guys is, for all the 3 years, he went ahead and issued one show cause notice, which was issued on 31st December, and demand order was passed on demand order was passed supposingly on whatever date, 30th of June 2023. ठीक है sir, no problem. For all the 3 years, show cause notice was given and then demand order was passed. Now you went to the appellate authority, appellate tribunal or court, and they gave direction to the officer, please do the proceeding under section number 73. Now my question is, from here 2 years may officer will pass a demand order under section number 73. Can you please tell me, if this demand order is invalid, for which year can the officer now pass the demand order? This is one more question which the circular has gone ahead and told, because here one show cause notice was issued for under section number 74 and demand order was passed under section number 74, but later these proceedings were invalid and appellate authority, appellate tribunal went ahead and gave direction. Then my question to you guys is, from the date of direction 2 years may demand order under 73 will be passed, but only for which year can the demand order be passed? Can you tell me? Sir, show cause notice was issued on 31st December 2022. It means time limit for issuance of show cause notice here was gone. This show cause notice ka 73 ka time limit is gone. This show cause notice ka time limit is gone, because show cause notice for all the 3 years was issued on 31st December 2022. That means only for the year 1920 the proceedings can be done. Only for the year 1920. Very good, very good, very good. Only for the year 1920, section number 73 mein demand order can be passed. Sir, what about 17, 18, 18, 19? The entire proceedings cannot be done. 73 ka demand order cannot be done because it is hit by the limitation of time. You did not pass the show cause notice within time. Proceedings cannot be done for this 2 year. Only for 1 year the proceeding can be done. Very good guys, you guys got it. Baba, this was the clarification which has come. First clarification and second clarification with all the thoughts, everything I have gone ahead and told you. You don't have to remember anything other than the example which I have told you. Baba, read this now. You will be able to 100% understand. Let's go ahead now. Please come to the next one over here. See, the same circular I have gone ahead and written over here also. Please come to the next one. Do you guys remember when I taught you, Baba, we are done with that amendment. Now we are going to the next amendment. Do you guys remember when I taught you recovery? Recovery mein section number 84 used to be there. Section number 84 used to go ahead and talk about the proceedings which used to happen. Supposing there is appeal, revision, any proceeding happened, and sir, supposingly appeal or revision application was filed by you. Officer stayed the proceeding. Now appeal was disposed of. And because of the appeal disposed of, when the appeal was disposed of in your favor, any reduction in the recovery amount was made. Then Baba, that reduction ke liye one intimation used to be given to you. Actually, that earlier was known as a order. That order was given. The order of reduction or enhancement of any demand shall be issued in GST DRC 25. So whenever appeal used to be disposed of, if appeal may any amount used to be increased or any amount used to be reduced, the commissioner used to go ahead and give you an order. Now this order ka name has been changed and now it is known as intimation or notice. Total bakwas. ठीक है, total bakwas amendment. Now this is no more. GST DRC 25 is not known as a order. It is known as a intimation. That's all. ठीक है sir, point is clear. Now listen, see here. Rule number 161 amended. Order word has now been replaced with intimation or notice. ठीक है sir, listen. You remember insolvency and bankruptcy code mein that special procedure used to be there? Yes sir, special procedure with respect to insolvency and bankruptcy code used to be there. That sir, if creditors used to go to the NCLT, I hope you guys remember this. Yes sir, NCLT used to go ahead and appoint one insolvency resolution professional, IRP, interim resolution professional. He used to go ahead. Listen. Interim resolution professional used to go ahead and talk to everyone. Do you want to reduce some of the dues of the company so that the company can resolve? All these things were done by the interim resolution professional or the resolution professional which was appointed by the NCLT. Whenever a company goes into IBC, all these proceedings used to be done, and IRP used to go ahead and take discount, saying bank, you leave some interest, a creditor, you leave some amount. All these proceedings were done by the IRP, Insolvency Resolution, basically interim resolution professional or the resolution professional. Yes, sir. Special proceedings under IBC was done. In IBC proceedings also, if government ka dues are there, for an example, this company was not paying the GST, etc. And GST may also, government gave some relaxation, saying you don't have to pay some GST amount also. Because the company has to revive, we will leave some GST also. And there is a reduction in the GST also which is given under the IBC, Insolvency and Bankruptcy process which is going on. Under that, if any GST ka reduction is also given, then also, Baba, the commissioner will go ahead and issue the same intimation under GST DRC 25, because they have told over here that section number 84 mein, when you are going ahead and reading, section number 84 says that if government dues against any person are reduced as a result of appeal or revision or any other proceeding, then Baba, the commissioner will go ahead and give an intimation in GST DRC 25. And Baba, that intimation can now be used whenever any reduction is done because of insolvency and resolution process which is going IBC. Under IBC, whenever a company ka GST dues are reduced, that ke liye also commissioner will inform, in the same intimation will be issued by the commissioner in GST DRC 25. That is what they are going ahead and telling, that section number 84 also covers insolvency and bankruptcy ka jo proceedings which are going on. Those are IBC ka proceedings are also covered under the section number 84, and hence under IBC, whenever any reduction in the government dues will happen, for that also GST DRC 25 will be issued by the commissioner. Done, sir. Point is clear. Please come to the next one, the appeals and revision ka chapter. Everyone over here now. Appeals and revision mein, the next amendment which is there is in the chapter of appeals and revision. Listen to me very carefully. You remember, adjudicating authority passes an adjudication order. Against an adjudication order, you go for an appeal to the appellate authority. Yes, sir. We go for an appeal to the appellate authority against an adjudication order. ठीक है? Supposingly, adjudicating authority passed an order which is an adjudication order. Against an adjudication order, listen to me very carefully. Appellate authority passed an adjudication order. You have yet not received the order copy. You have not received the order copy, but you ran and you filed your appeal. You went and filed your appeal in APL 01. Department filed the appeal in APL 03. ठीक है? You went and filed your appeal. Baba, whenever you file an appeal in APL 01 or department files an appeal in APL 03, one provisional acknowledgement is given. And you know what? Once a provisional acknowledgement is given, now, sir, when you are going ahead and filing an appeal, no, appeal के साथ this order का copy has to be attached. But sir, as of now, I have not received the copy only, because adjudicating authority has just passed the order. I have not received a copy of the order. So Baba, they used to go ahead and say, you will be given a provisional acknowledgement. For an example, you filed an appeal on 1st of January. You will be given a provisional acknowledgement. Okay? Now what I have to do? Now you have to go online and within 7 days, you have to upload order copy. Order copy has to be uploaded. This order, adjudication order copy for which you are going for an appeal, order copy had to be uploaded. Okay, sir? Once I upload the order copy, no, for an example, I uploaded the order copy on 5th of January. You know what? The date of filing of appeal, if you upload the order copy within 7 days, the date of filing of appeal will be the date of provisional acknowledgement, that is 1st of January. That's all they are going ahead and telling, that sir, if you upload the order copy within 7 days, then people listen to me very carefully. If you upload the order copy within 7 days, then the date of filing of appeal will be 1st of January. That is the day when the provisional acknowledgement was given. Sir, supposingly, if I don't upload the order copy within 7 days, I went ahead and uploaded the order copy was uploaded by me on 10th of January, then Baba, remember one thing, the date of filing of appeal will be 10th of January. It will not be given retrospective effect. Okay? It means now. So always remember one thing, whenever adjudicating authority passes an adjudication order, you will go for an appeal. I went for an appeal on 1st of January. Whenever you file an appeal, one provisional acknowledgement will be given. Okay? Final acknowledgement is not given yet. Okay? Now, if I 7 days I order copy, I upload the order copy of the adjudication order. Order copy, if I go ahead and upload, supposedly on 5th January, then one appeal number is given. Appeal ka number is given, and Baba, you are given an acknowledgement also. Your appeal has been filed. APL02 mein you will be given one acknowledgement also. Okay? And you know what? The date of filing of appeal will be the date of provisional acknowledgement, because 7 days may you have gone ahead and uploaded the order copy. But sir, if I don't upload the order copy within 7 days, then what will happen? Then they are telling, if order copy is not uploaded within 7 days, then Baba, 10th of January may you uploaded the order copy. The date of filing will be 10th of January in this scenario. And here appeal number will be given to you. Okay, sir, and acknowledgement will be given to you. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, people went ahead and told, sir, you are telling order copy should be uploaded within 7 days. Sir, tell me one thing. If supposingly the adjudicating authority who went ahead and passed the adjudication order against me, if they already go ahead and upload online on the portal, if already a copy of the order is already uploaded, why do I have to go ahead and put the order copy? Supposingly, if order copy is already uploaded online, then in that scenario, what will happen? They are going ahead and telling, in that scenario, see over here, that is the amendment which is done now, that sir, when APL 01 and 03 is filed, a provisional acknowledgement shall be issued immediately to the appellant. If once the order copy appealed against is uploaded on the portal, means the adjudicating authority uploads the copy. So here I filed an acknowledgement. I filed APL01 में appeal or department filed in APL03. ठीक है? If I or department filed an appeal, provisional acknowledgement will be given. Now, if sir order copy is uploaded by the adjudicating authority online on the portal, then sir, hey, appellate authority, you go and see on the online portal only. No. Why do you want me to upload a order copy? So they are going ahead and telling, in this scenario, you don't have to upload a order copy. Once the appeal order appealed against is uploaded on the portal, means the adjudicating authority uploads a copy, then they are going ahead and telling, you filed an appeal over here. Supposing you filed an appeal on 1st of January and they went ahead and uploaded the copy over here online on the portal on 5th of January over here, then simple, they are going ahead and telling, you don't have to worry about anything. Once they go ahead and upload the online order copy, then acknowledgement will be given. That's it. They are telling, a final acknowledgement indicating appeal number shall be issued in APL 02. Date of issue of provisional acknowledgement will be the date of filing of appeal. It means once they upload the order copy, one final acknowledgement will be given to you that sir, your appeal is finally filed. Appeal number will be given. And whenever they upload the copy, doesn't matter. The date of provisional acknowledgement only will be the date of filing, which is 1st of January. It means now, for those orders for which the adjudicating authority is going to upload the order copy online, you are no more required to go ahead and upload a self-certified copy. But sir, for those places where they are not going ahead and uploading a copy online, they are telling, if order copy is not uploaded on the portal, supposingly, then Baba, the old thing will remain. So if adjudicating authority is not going to upload the order copy on the portal, then what will happen? Then Baba, in that scenario, you have to submit the order copy within 7 days. And if you submit the order copy for those orders for which online portal pay order copy will not be uploaded, for that you have to submit the self-certified copy of the order within 7 days. If you submit within 7 days from the date of provisional acknowledgement, then the date of filing of appeal will be the date of provisional acknowledgement. If you don't submit within 7 days, then the date when you submit the order copy online, which is the self-certified order copy, that day will be the date of filing. That's all they have gone ahead and told. See over here, if order copy is not uploaded on the portal, appellant shall mandatorily submit self-certified copy within 7 days from the date of filing the appeal in APL 01 or 03, and a final acknowledgement in APL 02 shall be issued, and date of filing of provisional acknowledgement will be the date of filing. Sir, if self-certified copy is not submitted within 7 days, then what will happen? Date of submission of such copy or decision will be the date of filing. Means if I submit after 7 days, then the day I submit the order copy, that will be the date of filing of the appeal. So remember one thing, everyone. Simple, they have gone ahead and told, number one, if you are going for an appeal and that order copy is to be uploaded by the adjudicating authority online on the portal, then nothing, you just file your appeal. Once the order copy gets uploaded, the day the order copy gets uploaded, they will go ahead and give you a final acknowledgement, and the day of provisional acknowledgement will always be the date of filing. ठीक है sir? But if order copy is not required to be uploaded by the adjudicating authority, if they are not required to upload the order copy online, you should submit within 7 days. If you submit the order copy within 7 days, the date of filing will be the date of provisional acknowledgement. If you don't submit within 7 days, then the day you submit, that day is the date of filing of appeal. Are we all 100% clear? Can we go ahead? The same thing has been told over here. One amendment and the second amendment, rule number 108 and 109 may same thing has been told, which I have gone ahead and told over here. That sir, now for those orders for which order copy is already uploaded by the adjudicating authority, you don't have to go ahead and upload an order copy. That's all is the amendment over here. Please come to the next one. The next one is rule number 109C. Sir, what is rule number 109C going ahead and telling? Rule number 109C is very simple. Rule number 109C is newly introduced. It goes ahead and says that, sir, you filed an appeal. People, listen to me very carefully. You filed an appeal. You filed an appeal in APL 01 or APL 03 by the department. You filed an appeal in APL 01. Department filed an appeal in APL 03. Okay? They are going ahead and telling, if you want, now you can go ahead and withdraw your application. The appellant may withdraw an appeal at any time before issuance of the show cause notice or the order, whichever is earlier. You just have to go online and file APL 01W or APL 03W. The application will be APL 01 or 03W withdrawal. So sir, now provisions have been introduced that if you want to withdraw your application, if you want to go ahead and withdraw your appeal ka application, then you can withdraw by filing APL 01 or 03W. That's all has been told over here. Sir, see, the appellant may at any time before issuance of show cause notice. Sir, why will the show cause notice be given? Listen, whenever they are going ahead, whenever appellate authority is going to pass an adverse decision against you, they will give you a show cause notice. Always opportunity of being heard will be given, and then only order will be passed. So they are going ahead and telling, before issuance of show cause notice or before issuance of the order, whichever is earlier, either of them say before, if you want, in the respect of the appeal filed in APL 01, department ka appeal goes in APL 03. File an application for withdrawal of the said appeal by filing an application in APL 01 or 03W. So before, whichever is earlier, either of these say whichever is earlier. If you want, supposingly in your case adverse decision is not to be given, they will not give show cause notice. In that scenario, they will directly give you an order. So they are telling in this two, whichever is earlier, before that, if you want to go ahead and file withdraw, you filed an appeal, you want to withdraw the appeal, you can withdraw by just going ahead and filing APL 01 or 03W. The form name is APL 01 or APL 03W. Withdrawal ka form. Done, sir. That's all. They are going ahead and telling, provided where the final acknowledgement has been given, means you filed an appeal and one final acknowledgement was given. Final acknowledgement was given. And now if you want to go ahead and withdraw, then they are telling, withdrawal of the said appeal would be subject to approval of the appellate authority, and such application for withdrawal shall be decided by the appellate authority within 7 days. It means they are going ahead and telling, if acknowledgement, fine, okay, I went ahead and filed one appeal, provisional acknowledgement is given. I have yet not uploaded the order copy. Can I go ahead and withdraw? Yes, you just have to file APL 01 or 03W withdrawal form and your application will be withdrawn. No tension. But sir, supposingly, I went ahead and uploaded the order copy and now final acknowledgement has come. Now I want to go ahead and withdraw. Then you have to file this application APL 01 or 03W and plus you have to take approval from the appellate authority. Appellate authority will go ahead and decide whether they want to go ahead and let you withdraw or not to withdraw. Within 7 days, the appellate authority will go ahead and give you the approval. Are we all 100% clear till here? Can we go ahead, everyone? Quickly tell me, are we all clear till here? Yes, sir. So, sir, I went ahead and filed an appeal, provisional acknowledgement given. Now, final acknowledgement is given. Sir, remember, before issuance of show cause notice or the order by the appellate authority, whichever is earlier, you can go ahead and withdraw at any stage. If you are withdrawing before the final acknowledgement was given, you just have to file an application and your appeal will be withdrawn. But, sir, if supposingly I am going ahead and withdrawing after this date After the final acknowledgement was given, I uploaded an order copy after the provisional acknowledgement and final acknowledgement was given. After that, if you want to withdraw, then appellate authority ka approval will be required. That's all has been told over here. Let's go ahead. Please move to the next amendment now. Place of supply में one amendment has come. Nothing, one circular has come. It's not an amendment. Actually, it's a circular. I will go ahead and explain you the circular from the chart. Listen to me very carefully. Place of supply. Listen to me very carefully over here. Supposingly, I am a supplier. Okay, this is an Indian shipping company. Indian shipping company is there who does transportation of goods. ठीक है? I am a exporter. I want to export my goods. ठीक है? I went to an Indian shipping company. So they are the supplier of service over here. I am the recipient over here. I went ahead and told them I want to ship some goods from India outside India. Might be US may. I want to send some goods. Baba, always remember, whenever you are doing transportation outside India, whenever you are doing transportation of goods outside India, location of supplier and location of recipient both are in India. Section number 12 will be applicable. And section number 12 says, whenever you are going ahead and doing transportation outside India, the place of supply will always be the destination of the goods. The place of supply will always be the destination of the goods. ठीक है sir? So here the place of supply will be outside India. So location of supplier is in India. Place of supply is outside India. Remember one thing, the circular further just went ahead and clarified that whenever this is the scenario, sir, supply is in India, recipient is outside India, it is always an interstate supply. ठीक है? And what will come? Always IGST will come. So sir, if supply is in India, recipient also is in India, but goods are being transported outside India, so sir, place of supply as per the proviso over here, as per the proviso, the place of supply is always outside India. So when the place of supply is outside India, it is always interstate supply and IGST will come. So sir, when the supplier will give the invoice, in the invoice, the supplier will always charge IGST and the recipient will be able to take the credit of the IGST. That's all is the clarification which has been given over here. That's all is the clarification which I have gone ahead and given down. See, crux. In case of supply of services by way of transportation of goods, where transportation is to a place outside India and supplier and recipient are in India. Supply is also in India, recipient is also outside India, in India, but transportation is outside India. Place of supply shall be the destination outside India. The aforesaid supply of service would always be considered as interstate supply. The supply will be always considered as what? Interstate supply and IGST will be charged. Invoice pay always IGST will be charged because supplier location is in India, place of supply is outside India. Interstate IGST will come. ठीक है? Recipient shall be eligible to take the ITC in respect of the IGST so charged by the supplier. He will be able. Can I take the ITC? Yes. He will file his GSTR 1. It will come in my GSTR 2B as IGST ka credit and I can take the input tax credit of the IGST. That's all is being clarified over here. Sir, we already knew this. Yes, Baba, we all already knew this. This is just being clarified. Okay, sir. Here in this circular, actually one fourth clarification was also there, which ICI has omitted. And hence in my chart, I want you guys that, sir, if you want, you can ignore this omission over here. That, sir, you can ignore this point over here because ICI is not covered in the amendment material. Sir, where supplier is reporting in GSTR 1, supplier should select which state because it is going outside India. So supplier can select foreign country as the state and recipient will be able to take the credit because supplier and recipient both are in India. This was your amendment relating to place of supply. Chalo, please come to the next amendment over here relating to refunds. Now, refund chapter mein one amendment has come. Let's go ahead and quickly cover the amendment. Sir, what are they telling in the chapter of refund? Actually, one amendment nahi, it's just a process or manner which they have gone ahead and told. For an example, I will go ahead and explain you over here. Sir, this is one builder, real estate ka builder. Means he is making a building. Okay? I booked an apartment with him. He went ahead and told he will give me the apartment within 3 years. Okay, sir? I went ahead and gave me, he told, I will be giving you construction service. Basically, I will go ahead and sell you the apartment. And for that, you have to give me 10 lakh rupees plus GST. I paid him 10 lakh rupees plus 1.8 lakh. He told me, sir, after 3 years, we'll give you the possession. After 3 years, he did not give me the possession. I had already given him 10 lakh rupees plus GST of 1.8 lakh. He has already given the GST to the government. And sir, the time limit for issuance of credit note is gone. Now I went ahead and told him, I don't want the flat because you have breached the contract. You told you will give me the apartment within 3 years, but you did not give me the apartment within 3 years. You did not give me my flat within 3 years. I want my money back. He told, see sir, I have already paid the GST to the government. I can't issue you a credit note because the time limit to issue a credit note is this year ka. By next year, I could have issued you the credit note, but it's already 3 years, so I can't go ahead and give you the GST back. I will give you your 10 lakh rupees back. He gave me my 10 lakh rupees back, but he did not give me my GST back because, sir, he entered into a contract with me. Sir, the builder told me that he will give me an apartment within 3 years, and he took 10 lakh rupees as advance from me plus GST he went ahead and took from me. He did not give me the apartment within 3 years, so I told contract cancel. You give my money back. He gave my 10 lakh rupees back, but he did not give me my GST back. He told the time limit for credit note is gone. If time limit for credit note was not gone, then he would have issued me credit note. He would have taken the GST back from the government. He would have given the GST back to me. He would have taken adjustment. He would have adjusted his liability. Okay. But here the time limit for credit note is gone, and hence what he did was he returned my 10 lakh. He never returned my GST. In this scenario, what should I do? When he never returned my GST, I am an unregistered person. I want my GST back. So you know what? I can now make an application to the government and say, sir, please give my GST back, and I can take the GST back from the government, because when you read this, sir, who can apply for a refund? Any person can apply for refund, whether registered, unregistered, but the manner of filing of refund for an unregistered person was not given in the law. And hence unregistered persons were crying, saying, sir, how to take the refund? And now the government have notified the manner of claiming of refund by an unregistered person. Number one scenario I told you, in case of building contracts, in case of apartments, etc., this was happening. That, sir, builder has told me that he will give me the apartment. He did not give it in time. So the apartment ka contract was cancelled. He never returned the GST. Can I file an application? Yes. Now the provision has been made that an unregistered person also can go ahead and file an application for taking the refund. One more contract I'll tell you. You know, if you go ahead and take life insurance, supposing this is an insurance company. Insurance company went ahead and sold me insurance policy. Okay? And I paid one-time premium was there. One-time premium, sir, like they went ahead and did my life insurance, and one-time premium was there of 10 lakh rupees plus 1.8 lakh rupees GST. I paid them. I paid them the GST. Later, they came to know that I have done some, I have told, Baba, insurance are always bona fide contract. I told some lie. So what they went ahead and did is, they went ahead and contract cancelled. They told, we are cancelling the insurance policy. We will refund you. Might be instead of 10 lakh rupees, they only refunded 8 lakh rupees. They told, sir, GST we can't refund because the time limit for issuance of credit note is gone, cancel. The time limit for issuance of credit note is gone. Might be they came to know after 2 years, 3 years. Sir, if the time limit for credit note is not gone, then they will issue you a credit note. They will give you the GST back, and they will take the GST back from the government. They will adjust their liability. But if time limit for issuance of credit note is gone, they will just refund you your amount. Might be they refunded after deduction of all their charges. They refunded only 8 lakh to me. They did not refund the GST amount to me. Now in this scenario, what will happen? Sir, if they don't refund you the GST amount, but they have already paid the GST to the government, now you can file a refund application to the government, and government will give you your GST back. You can file a refund application to the government. But sir, how do I file a refund application? That is what is the procedure which has been told now. Listen to me very carefully. Sir, we already know that, sir, you had already told from the relevant date, a person always has to go ahead and file an application within 2 years. I am an unregistered person. Do I also have to go within 2 years? Yes, sir, you also have to go within 2 years. Sir, from which day should I see 2 years? I will tell you. So, unregistered person also have to apply within 2 years. Sir, you went ahead and told when you are filing an application, you have to file APL01. Okay? Plus, you have to give documentary evidence that, sir, refund is due. Documentary evidence plus documentary evidence to prove that there is no unjust enrichment is not there. That was a CA, chartered accountant or cost accountant ka certificate. You know what? Unregistered person don't need this documentary evidence. First of all, first part of the amendment, they don't need this documentary evidence. Now, your question will be, sir, no, not APL. Appeal nahi, Baba. GST RFD 01. refund के लिए it is RFD 01. ठीक है. तो sir, here they have gone in and now told, listen, they told if you are an unregistered person, just go to the gst.gov.in. This is the procedure. You have to go to services, you have to go to user services. In this, an unregistered person, whenever he is applying for refund, he has to click over here. Generate user ID for unregistered person. You have to say yes over here. Sir, why are you registering yourself? To claim refund. You proceed over here. They will ask you all your details. They will ask your address and bank account detail because the refund will come in your bank account. You have to give all the detail. Proceed. Now you will be given login detail. You can file your application, that is which application? GST RFD 01 application you can file. So this is how an unregistered person has to go ahead and apply for a refund. Okay, sir, point is clear. So now he will file refund application. 1 minute, everyone. He will file the refund application. We are now going to learn what are the documentary evidence which will be required. This whole process is written over here. Listen. Sir, whenever an unregistered person is applying for refund, first of all, what are the two scenarios I told you? Sir, building ka contract got cancelled. Time limit for issuance of credit note is also gone. Insurance policy I had taken. Time limit for issuance of credit note is gone. Insurance policy got cancelled. So when your amount of GST was not refunded, you being an unregistered person, now go online, register yourself and file the refund application. Sir, what are the documentary evidence I have to give? These are the documentary evidence they have told. See, in case where the refund is claimed by an unregistered person, where the agreement or the contract for the supply of service has been cancelled or terminated, he has to give a statement containing the details of the invoice. So what are the documentary evidence along with the refund application? What are the documentary evidence you have to give? This we are learning now. A statement, he has to make a statement, detail of the invoices containing the detail of the invoice for which you are claiming a refund, name, number, date, value, tax paid and the details. Number one, you have to make a statement. Sir, what is the details of the invoice basically? Number, value, one statement you make. Okay, sir. Along with that, you give details of the payment. Sir, I paid him 10 lakh rupees plus GST. Payment ka detail. Plus, in respect of which refund you are claiming. Along with that, please give copy of the invoice. Sir, invoice copy also you give. Plus, proof of making such payment. Sir, that I have made the payment. I have made the payment. The details of the payment. And sir, also a proof. Screenshot of the bank account you give. Plus, the copy of the agreement or registered contract. What was the agreement between you and the builder? That agreement you give as applicable. Entered by the supplier of service. Supplier of service ke saath what agreement you had. The letter issued by the supplier for cancellation or termination of the agreement. Sir, after the contract got cancelled, he will issue a letter. That letter also you have to attach. Okay? Details of the payment received from the supplier. Sir, he gave me only 10 lakh rupees back. He did not give me GST back. That details also you have to put. One payment detail, how you paid, what amount he returned, that payment detail also you have to give. Details of the payment along with the proof thereof. That sir, I paid him this much amount, but he did not give me the complete amount. Secondly, so this is the details which is required from your end. Plus, you also have to take from the supplier one undertaking. That supplier has paid the tax to the government. Supplier will not do any adjustment of the tax by issuing a credit note, etc. Supplier will not claim a refund of the tax. That undertaking also you have to take from the supplier. That sir, a certificate issued by the supplier to the effect that he has paid the tax on the invoice, that he has paid the tax to the government and for which refund is claimed by me, and that he has not adjusted, supplier has not adjusted the tax by issuing a credit note, and also that he has not claimed and will not claim a refund of the tax in respect of those invoices. Supplier has to go ahead and give me an undertaking. Basically, he has to give me a certificate that he has paid the tax, he will not adjust the tax, and he will also not claim any refund. Then only the refund will be given to the unregistered person. So these are the documentary evidence. Chartered accountant certificate is not required to be furnished. And thirdly, sir, what is the relevant date? I have to claim a refund within 2 years. No, unregistered person has to claim a refund within 2 years. 2 years from which date? Because when you see the chart over here, you will see that unregistered person, whenever he is claiming a refund, it is from the date of receipt of goods services. But sir, the date of receipt of service, I have not received the service only, sir. Then from the date of receipt of service, how will I calculate 2 years? Because I have not received the service. Service to got cancelled. Contract got cancelled. So they are telling this 2 years will be seen. Means date of receipt of service will be what? You know, the day the supplier issues you a letter saying we are cancelling the contract, the date of issue of letter by the seller that he has terminated the contract, that they say 2 years may you have to go ahead and apply. Are we all 100% clear till here? This is the refund mechanism for the unregistered person. Simple as that. Listen carefully. Always remember, relevant date say you have to apply within 2 years. If you are an unregistered person going ahead and applying for refund, you have to apply within 2 years. Sir, 2 years from the date of what? Because the contract get cancelled. Sir, he never gave me any service. So 2 years will be seen from which date? 2 years will be seen from the date of issue of letter. I have written here. Date of issue of letter of cancellation of the contract or agreement for the supply by the supplier will be considered as the date of receipt of service, and from that day basically you have to apply within 2 years. Sir, refund application will go GST RFD01. How will I file refund? For that I have to go ahead and generate temporary user ID. Okay? Along with that I have to give documentary evidence. Which are the documentary evidence? I have told you over here. And plus, sir, CA certificate will not be required, and here CA certificate will not be required. I have told you. That's all is the point in the amendment in the chapter of refund. The refund ka chapter ka amendment, the complete amendment which is told over here, the whole story I have gone ahead and told, and the crux also I have written over here. Are we all 100% clear? Can I move to the next amendment? Yes, sir. Let's move to the next amendment. The next amendment comes in the chapter of miscellaneous topic. You know what? One point I want to tell you. This portion which is over here, this portion in your page number 26 which is there, is not covered by ICI. Is not covered by ICI, but it is only for your knowledge purpose. I have written over here. If you want, you guys can read this point. Okay, sir. Point is clear. Chalo, let's go ahead. Everyone over here now. You remember in our miscellaneous topic, we had, okay, people, in your refund ka chapter, the first amendment, CA certificate, chartered accountant or cost accountant certificate is not required to be filed by when refund claim is filed by unregistered person. Secondly, what are the documentary evidence? I put it over here. Sir, you have put one more amendment. Baba, this amendment ICI is not covered in the amendment booklet, so you can delete this amendment. This green color amendment, you can ignore it. Because ICI has not covered this amendment in the amendment booklet. If you want, you can ignore this. Okay, sir? Chalo. I have given all the circulars so that you guys can read it. Please come down. In your miscellaneous topic, the last chapter of your GST. In miscellaneous topic, they have gone ahead and told over here that, sir, anti-profiteering authority, National Anti-Profiteering Authority which was there, the tenure of the National Anti-Profiteering Authority was 5 years, and that tenure has got over now. It means National Anti-Profiteering Authority ceases to exist now because the tenure was only 5 years. Now, since there is no National Anti-Profiteering Authority, but profiteering is still happening. So, government wanted to hand over the work of the National Anti-Profiteering Authorities to some other authority. Everything remains same. There is no amendment. There is no change other than the thing that National Anti-Profiteering Authority ka work has now been handed over to the Competition Commission of India. So, wherever you will see over here, this point, please make it this one. Please make it Competition Commission of India. It is no more Anti-Profiteering Authority. Okay? Everywhere you will see Competition Commission of India, Competition Commission of India. Now, Anti-Profiteering Authority ka, National Anti-Profiteering Authority ka work has been handed over to the Competition Commission of India. That's all is the amendment in your miscellaneous topic. Nothing other than that. Here we are done with your complete amendments relating to GST. Congratulations, people. We are done with your amendment relating to GST. Now, in your customs, there is chapter number 2. In chapter number 2, import procedures were there. Yes, sir. In chapter number 2, we had import procedure which were there. In import procedures and export procedure, chapter number 2, export procedure mein, I had gone ahead and told you section number 51A, which went ahead and told about e-cash ledger. Now, e-cash ledger which was there has now been implemented in GST, in customs also. In customs, they have gone ahead and told whenever you have to pay any duty, any interest, any penalty, any fees or any other amount, duty, interest, penalty, fees or any other amount, in custom automated system, that is your IceGate ka website, they are going ahead and telling for every importer exporter, we will go ahead and now, they will have to now make payment through e-cash ledger. That's all they have gone ahead and told. With effect from 1st of April 2023, e-cash ledger has now been implemented, and they have gone ahead and told that, sir, every person who is going ahead and making the payment of duty, interest, penalty, fees or any other amount under the custom, they will have to use their e-cash ledger. Okay, sir, they have told. Phased implementation of the e-cash ledger in custom with effect from 1st of April 2023. The electronic cash ledger functionality is covered under 51A. It provides enabling provision whereby importer, exporter, or a person liable to pay duty, fees, etc. under the Custom Act has to make a deposit. Non-interest bearing means you make a deposit in your e-cash ledger, you don't get any interest on that. You make a deposit in the e-cash ledger and use it to make the payment of your duty, interest, penalty, fees, or any other amount under the Custom Act. Okay? With the government for the purpose of payment. Now, section number 51(4) went ahead and told that if CBIC wants, CBIC can go ahead and notify some people who will not be required to use the e-cash ledger. And Baba, that is only the important point for your exam, that sir, when is the e-cash ledger not required? Let's go ahead and quickly cover this. CBIC has exempted following deposit from the provision of 51A. Please remember this, very, very important from exam point of view. What are the cases when e-cash ledger will not be required? Okay, number 1. With respect to import or export in custom station where custom automated system is not there, is not in place. So for an example, you imported from a port or you're exporting from a port where custom ka automated system doesn't work. Everything works manually. Online system only is not there. Custom automated system only is not there. Then how will you use e-cash ledger? In that scenario, they are telling even if you go ahead and make manual payment, Baba, you can generate a challan, go to the bank and make manual payment of the custom duty. That is also okay. You don't have to use the e-cash ledger where custom automated system is only not there in those ports. The next one, with respect to accompanied baggage, you are coming from outside India. In your baggage, you had some gold or you had some items which were there. Might be you had some jewelry, etc. and you had to pay some duty. Now, when you had to pay the duty, sir, at the airport, how do I make the payment of the duty? Should I go online, open my account, e-cash ledger? Not required. You can go ahead and make the payment of the duty. You don't have to go ahead and make the payment through e-cash ledger. That is not required. The next one, with respect to goods imported or exported at international courier terminal. Baba, this courier imports which happen, international courier terminal mein, whenever imports happen, you don't have to use the e-cash ledger. But you know what? From 1st of May, see over here, from 1st of May, the exemption cited would continue except for the deposit with respect to goods imported or exported at international courier terminal. And hence, now this point is also deleted with effect from 1st of May. With effect from 1st of May, international courier terminal ke through, if courier imports are done, then also you have to use the e-cash ledger. You can't go ahead and make the manual payment. Baba, in that scenario also you have to use the e-cash ledger is what they are going ahead and telling. So for our exam, what will you remember? Number 1 point. When is e-cash ledger not required? Number 1, when you are going ahead and making a payment where custom automated system is not there. Import or export through custom station where custom automated system is not there. Secondly, accompanied baggage ke liye you don't need the custom, you don't need accompanied baggage ka case mein. Also, you don't need to use the e-cash ledger. The third one over here, which this one is now being removed with effect from 1st of May, and hence you should remember the first one, second one, and the fourth one which is there. Any other than, it means if you are making payment other than those used for making electronic payment, other than those used for making electronic payment of any duty of custom, cess, etc. So, sir, what do you mean by other than those used for making electronic payment? You know, e-payment is mandatory. E-payment of custom duty is mandatory whenever you are under accredited client program. I hope you guys remember import procedure mein I taught you this. Whenever you are under accredited client program or you are filing a bill of entry where the duty payment is 10,000, Baba, 10,000 or more, then you always have to use then that is always e-payment is mandatory. So in this scenario, you always have to use the e-cash ledger. Sir, now tell me one thing. Supposingly, I have to make a payment of duty which is only 2,000 rupees. Then, Baba, if the payment of duty is only 2,000 rupees, then you don't have to use the e-cash ledger. Manually, challan can be generated. Bank ko you can go and make the payment. They are going ahead and telling, see, other than those used for making electronic payment of any custom duty, including cess, surcharge, duties levied under custom, IGST, GST compensation cess, or any fees which is payable. Baba, if you are filing a bill of entry where 10,000 ka duty is there, custom duty, etc., then Baba, always e-payment is mandatory. You have to use the e-cash ledger. They are telling other than those used for making electronic payment means supposingly it is only 2,000 rupees. Electronic payment is not required. You can make You don't have to use the e-cash ledger. You can manually generate a challan, make the payment in the bank also. You don't have to use the e-cash ledger. That's all. Please remember for exam, what are the scenarios when e-cash ledger through payment is not required. These three scenarios I feel are important. They can go ahead and ask you. Done, sir. Here, I have given these three scenarios. Please remember. Now, valuation chapter में one small point is there. Listen to me very carefully. Finance Act 2022 say government had gone ahead and inserted one proviso in section number 14.1. Section number 14.1 used to go ahead and say that you can go ahead and take your transaction value, but transaction value you can't go ahead and take, but there were some provisos which were there. If your parties are related, then Baba, in that scenario, custom valuation rule can be applied. Here, one proviso was inserted. Sir, what is this proviso? It says, just a minute, everyone. I'll do one thing. I'll show you the textbook says section number 14.1 so that you guys are more clear with this. Just a minute. Here, when you read section number 14, in section number 14, section number 14 used to go ahead and say that, sir, assessable value is always the transaction value, but there were some provisos which were there. That, sir, when transaction value cannot be the assessable value, apply valuation rule. And it says the rules may provide for that, sir, rules can go ahead and provide the circumstance in which buyer and seller shall be deemed to be related. Sir, we remember when the buyer and seller will be related, the manner of determination of value in respect when there is no sale or the buyer and seller are related and price is not the sole consideration. The rules can provide the manner of acceptance or rejection. Here one additional point was inserted wherein it was told that, sir, the rules can provide. Now, the rules made in this behalf may provide for, which means central government can go ahead and make rules. Central government can go ahead and make rules when? For the additional obligation of the importer in respect of any class of imported goods and the checks to be exercised, including the circumstances and manner of exercising thereof, as the board may specify, where the board has reason to believe that the value of such goods may not be declared truthfully or accurately. It means if there is some goods which are being imported into India for which the board thinks that there might be some undervaluation which is happening, then the board can go ahead and identify those goods. People, the board, the CBIC can go ahead and identify those goods, and those identified goods ke liye, they can tell the importer that when you are filing the bill of entry, you have to go ahead and provide this additional detail. These are the additional checks which will go ahead and implement. They are going ahead and telling over here that, sir, having regards to the trend of the declared value of such goods in or any other criteria. People, the same thing I have gone ahead and told over here. See, they are telling that, sir, the second proviso lists out certain matters which may be provided in the rules. The subsection Wide Finance Act, they have gone ahead and inserted that the additional obligation, the rules can provide, Baba, central government can make rules in this respect, okay, and provide the additional obligation of the importer in respect of any class of imported goods and the checks to be exercised. The additional obligation which an importer has to go ahead and give means the importer might be asked to provide additional document, might be is required to provide additional details in the bill of entry, including the circumstance and the manner of exercising thereof, as the board may specify. It means central government will go ahead and now empower the board so that the board, the CBIC, can go ahead and make rules in this regard. And now the CBIC has actually gone ahead and made the rules, which is the custom assistance of value declaration of identified goods, rules 2023. Everyone listen to me very carefully. Although these rules are very big, but the ICA has gone ahead and covered only one part of these rules, small portion of these rules, which I am going to tell you now. What is this customs assistance in value declaration of identified goods? They are going ahead and telling central government will go ahead and make the rules. Central government will basically go ahead and make the rules, and they will empower the CBIC, that CBIC can go ahead and identify those goods. CBIC will go ahead and identify those goods in respect of which there is some undervaluation which is happening. Now, once the CBIC, so basically what will happen, a custom officer will go ahead and complain to the CBIC. Sir, we think mobile phones are coming into India and mobile phones mein undervaluation is happening, sir. People are not declaring the value correctly. So CBIC will first go ahead and one screening committee will be there. Screening committee will go ahead and screen that, sir, this officer is telling that these goods are undervalued. These goods which are coming into India are coming at undervaluation. So, sir, they will go ahead and this proposal will first go to the screening committee. Then this proposal will go to the evaluation committee who will evaluate whether actually there is undervaluation happening, and then they will go ahead and notify those goods as identified goods. Once the goods are being identified as an identified goods, then in that scenario, the people who are importing those goods have to go ahead and provide additional checks, additional obligations will be imposed on them, that they have to go ahead and provide this additional detail when they are filing their bill of entry. And if still after the people have gone ahead and given the additional detail also, if the CBIC still has a doubt, basically the custom officer still has a doubt with regards to that identified goods, then the custom officer can proceed with the valuation rules also. That's all is being told in this custom assistance in value declaration of identified goods rules 2023. That, sir, first they in the rules they will go ahead and provide, the central government will provide the process to be followed, how the board will go ahead and identify a class of imported goods. Once they have identified a class of imported goods, the procedure which the importer, for an importer of identified goods, once the relevant class of goods have been identified as identified goods, sir, even after the procedures have been followed by the importer, if still the custom officer has a doubt, then Baba, the specification that where proper officer still has a doubt about the truth of the accuracy of the value declared, the further proceeding shall be taken in accordance with rule number 12. It means officer can go ahead and apply the custom valuation rules. But one point which I want you guys to remember over here is that this custom assistance in value addition of identified imported goods rules which are there, these rules are not applicable in this scenario, and they can go ahead and ask you this in the exam. Sir, other than this, I don't think so anything is important in this, but this rule shall not be applicable to when? If import, sir, there is no duty only. What undervaluation I'll do? I've imported those goods on which import duty is only not there. Then what undervaluation I'll do? In this case, the CAVR rule 2023 will not be applicable. Next, goods for which tariff value has been declared. Arey sir, where tariff value is already declared, I have to pay custom duty on tariff value. Whatever transaction value I declared doesn't matter, because tariff value pe I have to pay the duty. For an example, gold ka case mein tariff value pe you have to pay the duty, whatever value is declared by the government. In that case, even if you do undervaluation, what is the tension? No tension at all. And hence government told the custom assistance in value declared of imported goods rules which are there, that rules will not be applicable in this scenario. The next scenario is goods which attract import duty on specific rate basis. Government have already told that this goods ke upar this much rate of duty is there or this duty is there. Specific duty is already being told. In that scenario, CAVR rule will not be applicable. Imports made in terms of authorization or license issued under the duty exemption. Sir, when I imported, foreign trade policy mein already duty was exempted. When duty is exempted, what undervaluation I'll do? They are going and telling in that scenario also CAVR rule will not be applicable. The next, import where buyer and seller are related and already an investigation on relationship has already been contemplated or it has been finalized, then they are telling CAVR rule will not be applicable. Project import paid will not be applicable. Import made by government or PSU pay, the CAVR rule will not be applicable. Import made in non-commercial quantity also, CAVR rule will not be applicable. Means I imported one quantity for my home purpose. What CAVR rule they will apply? Goods imported for purpose of re-export. I imported not for using in India, for the purpose of re-export. CAVR rule will not be applicable. And imports specified by the board also, the CAVR rule will not be applicable. From exam point of view, I want you guys to please take care of this point over here. Can be important in the exam. Done, sir? Point is clear. Other than that, the last amendment which is there is in your foreign trade policy. Baba, today's session of the amendment class I will end over here. We are done with our complete discussion on GST and customs. Now, the foreign trade policy which is there, foreign trade policy 2023 has come now. I want to go ahead and teach you guys the foreign trade policy. So tomorrow, basically in the next class, we will be going ahead and doing the foreign trade policy. The foreign trade policy 2023, the complete foreign trade policy I will be discussing. Done, sir? Point is clear. Chalo. I'll do one thing. I'll close my today's class over here. Tomorrow we will be going ahead morning 6:30 to 9:30. We will be going ahead and doing the foreign trade policy live on YouTube. I will be going ahead and sharing the link for the tomorrow's class for foreign trade policy morning 6:30 to 9:30. Hindi mein I have already uploaded. English students, tomorrow morning 6:30 to 9:30 I'll take the foreign trade policy live on YouTube. You can go to my Telegram channel and I will be going ahead and uploading. I'll be providing the link for tomorrow's class. Tomorrow morning 6:30 to 9:30 we'll be going ahead and doing the foreign trade policy. Done, sir? Point is clear. I'll close my amendment class for GST and customs over here. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the amendment. If you enjoyed the amendment, do like the video so that it reaches to many students who will be benefited, and also leave me a comment if you enjoyed the class. Take care. Bye all.